Good morning, it's 8:30 a.m. and we are here for consent agenda review. Do you have any consent agenda items that jumped out at you, Kevin?
I'm just looking at this one about the land transfer from the sand dunes property.
Yeah,
I'm assuming we've gotten the okay from,
I don't think we got it from them. I think we asked for it to be moved forward.
I got it from Barbara Dorbeck on like Friday, I believe.
You got the okay?
Yes.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yes, sorry, it was Thursday morning. Barbara Dorbeck said she had no concerns about it.
Okay. How's number 4 look? I will say that the tourism consulting group meeting yesterday was much better. It was like a different meeting. So there were some parts that were funny, but
I like how Yuma it's really big.
yeah, it's nice. It's a nice one.
I wish our logo.
I haven't
for
seen those.
tourism.
Sorry, I brought them today. So the ones that
I really
Cindy
like them.
has are
Those are,
from
you
the,
don't have little ones?
they did not send little ones. That's just what they sent.
So
That was
I like
from-
when Yuma is big, because on our logo, it's like just natural ingredients and you don't see Grant County. Grant County is like a secondary look. I would like Grant County to be the focal.
Those are from the recommended,
J-rate.
yes. And then I have hard copies of materials from the other 2 of the top 3 proposers, if you guys are wanting to look at those.
Even this one's so much advertising inside them. Yeah, I want to look at those too.
But it's attractive advertisement.
So
Yeah, I like this.
this top stack
Decide we're gonna do about this whole.
is from
district
LC Creative,
Which one?
LC.
and then
They are
I like
looking
this
for,
too.
I believe Teresa was gonna reach out and look for,
Oh, yeah, this is it, right?
I did have a conversation with Teresa last.
really like those.
Yeah.
Prism did not want to go with them though because they're the ones that have decided to close their doors on their business. They had said they'd be willing to work together as a team on the project, but since their business is now,
That's exactly what I want on that one.
Yeah.
Like these are what I want.
I think we should just pull it off. Just
Exactly.
pull it off until.
Because it's like you're here,
Because they
now
have
you
a
want them
spot,
to
they have an
spend money.
alternate. So they can run with.
Tourism would look at like, well,
I
we
mean,
want
that's
to pay for each of these to be in here.
for the Board of Equalization appointments, or the Board of
Yes,
Health.
yeah.
16 months, yeah. So
These are sick though, right here.
yeah, I would pull it. That would be my recommendation.
Which one? What's her name?
This is extra mile marketing, please be careful with them, they want those back.
Oh, do they?
It's Microsoft, like management plan or something like that.
In name. So they don't have like a tourism one?
They did not send a tourism one,
Yeah, I don't
those
want
are the
that.
3 that they sent.
We don't want this one.
Caitlin, I didn't mean to interrupt you like 5 times
No,
when I was.
that's fine.
I just really like Yuma, how it's nice and bold, and that's what you see.
I like these little books.
Oh, I love the little ones too. I think they're
That's
easier
what
to
I
throw
would
in your
use.
car.
Yeah.
The littler ones are from LC Creative and Tourism they did not want to recommend LC Creative because that's that marketing group that is closing their doors. So they had agreed that they would be willing to work together, like the team would be willing to work together on the travel planner, but tourism felt that since their actual marketing firm business is not open anymore, that it would not be the best idea to recommend them. And then I have the materials from Extra Mile Marketing also, if you wanted to look at them. It's a Microsoft Marketing Guidebook.
You don't wanna see that one.
So for me, my favorite size is like what you're
Yeah,
cut in half. It's like skinny and long.
yeah,
Talking like,
It would be,
length, like that, yeah,
yes, I like that size.
except not
These
really,
are cute.
not this way.
not that way.
Those are really cute. I really like those ones. Those would be the things that I would pick up.
Me too.
but-
That's what I would take.
I would bet, I would probably.
I'm not even touching that thing. I'm going, oh, that's a cool picture, and I'm keeping on going.
And so tourism is recommending J-Ray, and part of J-Ray's budget and timeline and everything was meetings with tourism and with the commissioners to get a feel of what you guys want, so there'll be
that company-
opportunities to tell
Could that
them.
company do something like these?
They probably could.
Yeah.
They,
No, I think it.
I don't see why they couldn't.
Yeah.
They just responded to the basics of what.
Yeah, I kind of like the smaller ones.
Yeah, they could do something like that, I think that'd be great.
Because usually when I grab one, I'm in my car somewhere traveling and then I'm reading whatever I can get my hands on. There was an accident just south of town. Yeah, just 30 minutes ago it happened. Looks like somebody was stopped to turn into the landfill and something rear-ended him.
Are you going to that thing, that leadership thing tomorrow at Mattawa?
I'm
You're
not
leaving?
sure. I've got a doctor appointment in the morning, so.
Why are you leaving to Portland?
Yeah, I'm going to Portland too. So I told Pam, because I have on my calendar for today, and that it was changed to Wednesday, and I didn't know. So Caitlin just sent the information. Thank you, Caitlin, last night. So if I go, it might just be for a little bit, but I don't know. I'm trying to finagle my day tomorrow. But Kevin, if you want to go. They're not proceeding or anything. I think if two of us were there, it's not a quorum, but we're attending something.
You're not talking about county business. It's just like a little workshop thing.
I talked to Pam for an hour and a half the other day. I'm not gonna go.
I talked to Pam for about 45 minutes last night.
Like she got me caught up on everything. Tomorrow's a special day. So
I thought today was a special day.
it is. It needs to stop raining. Taking my dad to dinner at Sagecliff because they do barbecue tonight. I was hoping to be able to sit outside.
Well, it sounds like we'll be walking outside. Is the museum tour 2 hours?
Get eaten to death by the
Yes.
mosquitoes.
Are you going, Rob, to the museum tour?
Yeah, I'll go. I had some plans changed last night, so. Skipped the in-person meeting so that I could do something I needed to do, and then the person was like, oh, sorry, I have a meeting. And I was like, yeah, you have a meeting that you scheduled with me.
On number 7, the the county commissioners do not buy vehicles. It should be Grant County. It should not be the Board of County Commissioners or. Because when we buy vehicles, it's not the sheriff's office. It shouldn't be the sheriff's office. It should be Public Works or Grant County.
Okay, this is the one that the commissioner's office is buying out of ER&R.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be Commissioner's office. We can,
Does it say commissioner's office on the paperwork, or does it
Yes.
just say Grant?
no, it says Commissioners, so it should just say Grant County. I think we can put a line through there when we go upstairs to, or after it's signed. Verify that with Barb.
Yeah, messaging her just to see.
That's the way Public Works had put it on the paperwork, saying that they were selling it to the commissioner's office specifically. I can ask John, or we can ask Public Works when they get here at 9 o'clock.
Okay, but typically, I guess I'm asking, we typically don't put vehicles in department names. We put them in Grant County.
Okay, we can tell that to Public Works at 9 o'clock.
Well, I'm asking you, I don't know of any other vehicles we put.
Honestly, yeah, our office doesn't really deal with vehicles much, so I don't know the answer to that question.
Okay, because we had one a while back and back in the Richard era, and we did Grant County. But I think when we put it in our name, we can just do Grant County, we can skip the commissioner's office. Up at licensing. I'll email Michelle about that.
Did we find out anything on the SIP funds?
No, we're supposed to meet, oh, I haven't. We're supposed to meet with Carrie today.
Okay.
And then we have to verify that it is on their facilities plan, capital facilities plan. It has to be a little, it has to be pinpointed, it cannot be generic. To make sure the SIP, because we've been audited by the state. they
And
need
what
to
were
do-
the fairgrounds rate changes?
They weren't that crazy. $2 here and there.
Last year, in his updates, or this year, he went to where you had to pay in cash or credit card, and I thought we did not approve that. And we're leaving check option there too. But then when I went to pay out this year, it was a big deal because I had a check, and they weren't allowing checks. So I would like to fix that, because I don't know, $21,000 bill, I'm not really planning to take cash in it. It's odd, but I remember having that meeting and not approving.
I could see where a cashier's check would be acceptable.
How would you get a cashier's check on a Sunday
Most people
That
take
makes-
checks.
for $21,000?
That's difficult.
Okay, you take a check. If
Don't
my
all the
check
other
bounces,
counties-
yes, and
don't all
if
the
my
other
check
counties-
bounces, what would you do? You'd
Not-
get your money from me, and you'd say, this happens again, you're not gonna come back, or hey, you're not gonna come back, or something, you know?
But don't all the other counties take checks?
Yeah, every single one. Gallup takes card, but they don't charge you a fee. Like, they require a credit card.
Because it is 3% fee, so it adds
Yeah,
up
so
really
it's
fast.
3% fee at ours. But
I mean, especially where you're local. I mean,
I don't know. But even that, that's what he said in the meeting was, well, you're local, so maybe we can be different with locals and
You've
nonprofits.
got to make sure
But then when
you
it came
treat everybody
time,
the same.
when it came time, then it was, you're putting me in a tough spot, not treating you the same. Well, not to cross the line, but I remember not approving this in a meeting, so I'm kind of confused, but I would like to figure that out or fix it. Most fairs, you have 5 business days to make your commission payment. And a lot of fairs will hold the check, until Thursday to make sure that the vendor has deposited the funds, because your spawn site busy, you don't deposit the funds. I mean, when I first started, I ran event to event. I didn't have,
right.
a lot of money in my account.
Well, not only that, you gotta, if you're moving on to the next one, you're busy moving on to the next one. And
Yeah, you're not really
that's
thinking about the
building
bank.
Has he had a lot of checks? I thought most of
He
the
had
checks
one
he-
check bounce last
Was it from
year,
a food vendor or was
Yeah.
it from a?
and that's what it was. It was just he went from Hermiston to Grant County to Benton Franklin, and there was only, one day in between. And he
Okay,
just
so
had
make
to,
a deposit.
yeah. So, and they're a good vendor, the one that did it, but I didn't think it
But they also made it right.
I
So out of all the years, there was only one vendor and it was more of a,
Timing thing. Yeah, I don't know why we wouldn't accept
I just didn't like that, and that just reminded me of it.
okay, well, I think it's definitely something we can fix since we're over that department.
We can take checks. At the end of the day, it's our responsibility. So,
Yeah, my thing was, okay, somebody brings in cash. Something happens to them in the parking lot or as they're coming in. Whose responsibility is that? Theirs. So, or holding cash on you in order to pay your fee out. Some fairs we deposit in the middle if they're big, because I'm not trying to have employees have that much money on them or
yeah,
that much around us.
especially not cash.
Now, in the old days, Ford Edge. Do we get bigger discounts on Fords? Or was there a Ford dealer locally that they work with or something?
I think they're on the state auditors.
I'd be buying RAV4s and stuff like that. Are there any other consent agenda items or work session topics
I
you guys
have
want to
none.
talk about? None?
No, I think we pretty much covered.
All right, we will go into recess until 9 a.m. Good morning, it's 9 a.m. and we're here for a Public Works update with Andy Booth and John Bruce.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'd like to start with an accomplishment update by John. Last week's accomplishments, we had our 2 litter folks out cleaning up, like 18 tires, 1.23 tons. At the solid waste location, we had 2,571 tons received. On the road district side, pretty much everybody is road grading, taking advantage of any moisture we're getting and trying to keep up with them. Rock raking as well, some gravel replacement. They're doing patching and pre-leveling for next year's seal coat areas and crack filling. Looks like District 3 did some major ditching on G Southwest, and sidewalks for the bridge crew, worked on the sidewalk and for the crosswalk at Patton and Westover. Let's see, doing some mowing in all districts, and sign shop, installing delineators, doing some signs for that Patton crosswalk as well, the flashing crosswalk signs. So they're having to install that and pour some concrete out there as well. That's about it. Any
So you've been
questions?
busy.
Yeah, get out of the seal coat and try to catch up with everything else for a while, so.
And I spoke to Tim yesterday, the sonotubes are in the ground for that crosswalk. They were working on, it's a little bit of a tricky pour because they're 15 feet tall. So if you get off by half an inch on the base, so they were working on that yesterday. He was hoping to pour it this week, and the city is still on board to paint the crosswalk itself. So maybe next week, week after, that'll be completed, so. So any questions on the accomplishments?
Do you know where they were doing their cleanups at last week?
I didn't get that information, no.
I had a complaint from a person down in the Mattawa area.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go down there. I'll be down there tomorrow, so I'm gonna find out where these problem spots are. I can let you guys know.
Okay, yeah, we can pass it along.
I appreciate that.
Next is the West Shore update by John.
So our right-of-way consultant has been on board since last week, and they're out. I think they've gotten out a couple times. Most of it's been phone calls, trying to contact people that way. So they're continuing to move forward with trying to get those permits where we need them at.
So Dave's not out anymore?
Anything else?
I think that's it.
Any questions on that one?
Where are you at on that one as far as all the work? I saw one of the emails like a week or two ago, or doing fog lines and stuff. Did that get completed?
No, it won't till our striping, the outfit that does our striping for seal coat should be starting, well, without this rain, they'll be starting here pretty quick. And they'll do that for us as well when they go through. So it it was hoped to be mid-September, but I know Rod said they've been having some truck issues with their truck breaking down or whatever, so they're a little behind where they'd like to be. But still hope here in September to get those fog stripes done. And by narrowing down those lanes, hopefully we're gonna both slow people down. And then one of the complaints we had heard is people having concerns about checking their mail. Hopefully that'll give them a little more feel of security to have that fog line stripe and have 5 feet of room, feel like they're a little more secure to do that.
I would agree that would probably help a lot of people.
Yeah.
Just knowing that they're, have that little
A little
barrier
buffer.
there at the
Yeah.
line.
Yeah, it's not gonna stop a vehicle, but at least it feel like they now know they're supposed to stay within lines, right? It gives you a more secure feeling.
Right.
So, and then we're gonna do it all the way down through past the golf course. So
Not
if
only that, the new cars, the new electric cars, they follow that white line.
Yeah.
So,
They're supposed to follow that white line.
well, when you follow
Most of the time. Strike update, and speaking with the foreman for phase 4, which is the same company as doing Stratford, they have offers on the table and he believes they're getting closer. He doesn't know when they're gonna vote, whether they're gonna wait till Monday or not, but he felt like they're getting closer. So fingers crossed, maybe at least by Monday it'll be settled and we can get back to work in phase 4 and also on Stratford. So
Yeah, Stratford's
Yeah. So having said that, are we gonna be too late for Stratford if they don't get back to work by
I
next
think
week?
we will be.
we're too late for oil at this point, pretty much, unless for some reason October is 70 and balmy, we're not gonna be able to shoot oil. But it doesn't mean they can't work. So they have one culvert still to install down closer to the tracks. And they still have 1.5 big soft spots to fill before they can start doing base rock. If they can get all the rock on it at least, then our plan is to just kind of maintain it, get all the signs up, reduce speed, and try to maintain it with a grader through the winter as best we can until spring. Because otherwise, to shoot oil for that 3 miles is going to probably be over $200,000, and it'll just be a waste. If the ground temperature isn't at least 50 degrees and rising every day, you're wasting your time and money.
We'll fight it forever.
Yeah.
Maybe they should pave it because they went on strike.
Well, unfortunately, there's nothing in those contracts that addresses that. I've looked. But
We might have to look at that.
It's
Yeah.
definitely going to be a lot of phone calls, a lot of complaining, but we think it's better. We were considering just trying to keep it closed for the winter, but I think leave it open and just reduce speed and try to maintain it is better than have them try to go on either of the detours as a longer way around. And
I would agree.
and the grant will still fund it next year because the project just started, so we aren't losing the grant money if we wait till spring.
There's concerns about potato harvest starting, so that's one of the things that people are complaining about. If they have to go through those detours, it adds a lot more time to each one of them.
Absolutely. We agree.
It'd be nice if they get back to work.
Yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed. That's the first time he's mentioned anything like they're getting closer. So I don't know. We'll see.
That's good.
Anything else on that? So the next one is the abatement fund, the 85 cents is collected. The sheriff came to us and asked about that fund. They're having trouble getting tow companies to respond to these RVs, like the one that was over by Moses Lake and on, I think it's Phoenix is the road. They had to get a tow company. They finally got one out of Royal City that agreed to come and pick it up. So they asked about whether that fund could be used to pay the tow company. Now, as I read the resolution, It provide funding to assist in cleaning up properties not in compliance with Grant County code enforcement. So these are on our right of way. So I don't know where you land on that, but it's a problem sheriffs came to us because they're not getting anything for towing it. The value of it, that has no value. A lot of
Okay,
times,
so when they're calling a tow company, they're not paying the tow company, or their tow company is just, you can have it?
and then, so if you don't get paid, then you can take the, whatever you towed and you can sell that to
Well,
recover some of your
it's
money.
more of a,
And most of the time, they're not only can't sell it, they're having to break it down and dispose of it. So you have, the bio waste, and then they have fuel and oil and
Refrigerator and refrigerant.
yeah. It's,
well, I think it would be a,
I think it should be able to be used from that abatement fund.
Because they're just, they're gonna refuse. And that, like I said, you had to get one from Royal City, and they're gonna refuse to even come get them because it's cost them so much money to do it. Because nobody's gonna buy a clapped out old motorhome
mhm,
Yeah.
or any of the parts out of
you
it.
don't know what's in it. No, I
No.
think we should figure out a fee, a disposal fee, and then pay. But you're right, we're gonna end up with these just collecting on the side of the road, and
So
and I think the problem's probably going to get worse.
is it possible to have an area, maybe at the landfill or somewhere where we could take these vehicles to, scrap them? And,
Potentially,
because I mean, if we're gonna have somebody tow it, they're gonna take it to their yard. It's gonna end up in the landfill anyway. We may as well make something out of it. I mean, the scrap metal's worth something,
yeah.
but it just creates another job for somebody else, is the problem.
And we do have people that are certified in removing the refrigerant and things like that. The bio waste, that would be a different story. We'd have to figure out how to get rid of that. Fuel and oil, I mean, we collect that stuff out there as well, so.
Right.
But it's, getting to almost like a mechanic's position at that point, so, but it's something we can look into.
we have more, we may end up hiring somebody just to,
We'll have
I'm looking at all
more
the
scrap yard.
dilapidated RVs that are,
They're everywhere.
Yeah. Well, it's something to consider. I'm not looking for an answer today. It's just, like I say, it's a real problem for the sheriffs. They offered if you guys wanted to have a more formal hearing, or, not a hearing, a meeting, that maybe the sheriffs would come with us, and so.
well, I
it's-
think we need to work on a solution on
We
that.
do need to figure something out on that. I mean, there's gotta be something that we can do.
I agree. It's just what and how. Because if you, and I don't blame the tow company, if you're losing $600 to $1,000 on it at least, I don't blame them for just refusing. That's a big ask.
I like driving through the base.
Yeah.
I drove through there the other day, and there's a guy with a motorhome that's parked right in his lawn that covers the whole front of his house. Like, it's not a problem? Is that okay? I mean,
I wouldn't think so.
and it's, there's junk cars everywhere out there on the base.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Any other questions? Any questions on that? It's just something to think about. We can meet with the sheriff too and see if he has any further ideas or.
Yeah, we need to figure out something, because I know that there's several that are parked on the side of the road, and, I mean, I get calls constantly about
Yeah.
the one out in Lakeview, and I'm sure nobody wants to go pick that thing up.
Yeah, and that's the problem. So we just need to figure out a solution to it, how we're gonna pay the tow companies or solid waste, if that's some kind of option. Just wanted to put it on your radar.
Yeah, ultimately, it could be cheaper to pay the tow companies their fee just to go get it, and than hiring a whole new employee and all that type of stuff. I don't know, but it could be.
Well, the tow companies, I mean, if I were them, I would come back with, okay, we're paying to tow it, but what if we have to dispose of it? There's a cost in that as well, so it might, I don't know. might be more than just the tow fee. I don't know.
Well, I suppose if they had a way of letting us know which one, how much it's gonna cost for each one, if there's funds in that abatement fund, then we just pay for all of it, and then they dispose of it, and I guess that's their problem.
Yeah. Well, we had one, I want to say it was in Cooley City, and our deputy said we cannot get a tow company to come and get it. Nobody will do it. So it's not much we can do.
Well, some of those aren't even safe to tow down the road.
No, probably not. The last thing on our discussion items was a speed study. It was done out at Potato Hill, and it was done in 2022, and it was in regards to Potato Hill and sand dunes. And Dave Brin did part of the study, or he did a study, and his public works staff recommend not proceeding on the Potato Hill petition unless the sand dunes road is included. That was lowering the speed limit and the ATVs. And then they also asked Nichols Kovich to look into it. And based on the speed data, the crashes, the 85th percentile, her conclusion finding was the same thing. In reviewing and assessing the data, there's no engineering justification to lower the speed limit to 35 miles at this time. The other thing I think we need to consider, if we lower Potato Hill and make it ATV, if we don't do the Sand Dunes Road, if we don't do some of the roads leading up to Potato Hill, potentially if you live on a county road, you can't get to the Potato Hill with your ATV legally. How's that?
You're basically making it where the city of Moses Lake people can get to the dunes, but none of the county people that live out there can without towing, if you don't include the rest of them. And you get to the end of the oil, and now you're illegal if you go on that gravel, if we don't do the rest of it. Because they can get to the dunes, but you can turn around and go back, or you can drive on the gravel illegally if you don't do the rest of it.
Yeah, because it's right now, it's no UTVs or ATVs on the road.
Yeah, we have a request from somebody that lives on the other end across the freeway.
Right.
They can get to where Moses Lake ends, but they can't drive on the gravel to get to the dunes.
So the comment that the sheriff's department made about that was that they were concerned about the costs for public works to manage that road. Because if they allow side-by-sides to run down that road, they just say that people are just gonna go out there and tear the road up.
They do already, right?
Well,
Honestly.
that was my thought. I mean,
You wouldn't guess that they're not allowed on the road.
well, that's,
Donuts
They're already
all
on
over
that
it.
road.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, they're already driving up and down that road. I just,
Could it get a little bit worse? It could, but I don't think it would be that much worse, to be honest with you.
And all of our roads get beat up. They get beat up by potato trucks and hay trucks, and you name it, as bad or worse than they're gonna do out there on any given weekend. You know, the big weekends are gonna get pretty bad, but we just make a plan to get out there Tuesday or Wednesday after the big weekends and
Right, it's
shape
not
it
gonna
up.
change.
But wouldn't be going out there any more often than what we do now for the rest of it. They tear up donuts, big deal. You drive through it. And we drive down washboard roads from tractors or,
right.
you know,
Trucks or,
No, I agree. It's just, that was just their one concern that they had about it. I mean, I don't know. I think, what if we did it for a year to see what happens? And if it's just unbearable and we get too many complaints, then we change it, but
So what do you want to allow for here? The opening up the Sand Dunes Road or speed limit reduction to 35?
I think both.
Okay.
To allow it, and then if it becomes a big issue, give them a year. If it don't have a bunch of complaints, then we keep it the way it is. If we do, then we change it, but,
and then we would know if there's more damage to our road.
right.
It gets pretty tore up on big weekends, so
Oh, I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to tempt them, but I can't see them doing a heck of a lot worse, but say,
So are there other access points like canal roads or those out in the county? Because I don't know if
You're
I'm,
thinking more of the side roads, aren't you? Like.
Yeah,
Dune
coming
Lake,
out
Blue
of Dunes
Blue.
Lake and all that stuff. I mean, if you just make Potato Hill, then they literally have to trailer to get there, but the city people can drive their ATVs all the way in.
Right.
Doesn't make a lot of sense to
Aren't most
exclude
of
our
the
people.
roads out there other than baseline, all the other short roads, are they 50?
I'm not positive of what their speeds are, honestly. I'd have
I
to
know.
check into it.
On baseline, you're 35 until you get up on top of the hill, and then you're 50 all the way to Potato Hill Road, then it's 45. If that was changed to 35 as well, that would be helpful.
Yeah.
Less chance of accidents right there in that corner.
Yeah.
And all Potato, that neighborhood is all 35 or less, 25, 35. The only other ones that I don't know are the ones that, the side streets like Sundance and, I think they're 35. I don't-
So it may not be that big a change as far as speed limit in the
Yeah, I
entire
think it'd
area.
just be the one on baseline, because everybody else is pretty
It would
much.
just be including them in the zone, basically, for the ATVs.
Yeah, because they wouldn't be able to get, all the way up to they'd be able to get to 17, but they wouldn't be able to go up 17. Obviously, they could go all the way into town. Out and go to the stores if they needed to, or the hotels. So that would give them access to run back and forth. Plus, the people that live out out by the other truck stop, they would be able to get to the sand dunes without having a trailer. I think it just opens up more opportunities for, the side-by-sides are becoming like vehicles. They got air conditioning, they got lights, they got heat, they got stereos, they're like a car.
They'd honestly be fine on 50-mile-per-hour roads, but 35 is our limit. But there's all the lights and turn signals and everything else of a car, so.
Well,
And
as
they
long
have
as
to
they
have
did
insurance.
that.
Well, yeah, but you could say the same about the cars. They go by my house at 100, so,
That's true.
and they're not ATVs.
I've seen cars with no windshield, no license plates.
I mean, I don't know if all UTVs, side-by-sides come with all that stuff now, but when I built mine, I had
They don't,
$1,200 into doing
but
it.
they also have to be licensed to be on the street
Yeah,
they do.
if they're
Yeah.
running down that road.
Absolutely.
So, and then they have to have insurance.
And they have to have all the lights and stuff to get
Right.
the license to be on the road, so.
But that needs enforced.
Yeah,
15-year-olds in it, you need to take it.
you're right, but then same with the golf cart zone that's coming up, same thing, right? You can only enforce what you can enforce and control what you can.
It's called responsibility on the owner's part to make sure that they abide by the law. If they don't, they get a ticket.
Yeah. Enforcement's key.
No, I agree.
So any other questions on that?
I don't have any.
I'd like to request an executive session for 8 minutes for land acquisition.
Caitlin and I created a shortcut. No, I put it in my favorites so I could.
We will be going into executive session from 9:22 until 9:30 for real estate acquisition, RCW 42.30.1101B. It is 9:30 a.m. and we are out of executive session.
Quick question, you're transferring a car from Public Works down to Grant County Commissioner's Office. We would just like to put that into Grant County and scratch off the Commissioner's Office.
Oh, okay.
Typically, I need to email Michelle, but I think we can do that, just Grant County, because typically we don't have offices tied to them. I don't think we do.
Yeah.
Well, that was my fault because I asked which department was taking it, so
Okay.
got my question answered.
Well, and
so-
maybe that's what we need to do, but I feel like Grant County, we try to leave everything in Grant County.
Maybe the better question was, who do I put down if this gets transferred to? Not, so,
Okay. We'll follow up on that.
okay. All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
See you.
Hello.
How's it going?
Really good. I didn't know it was gonna rain today.
I didn't
Look at
either.
my
I know.
weather.
Hi, Doris. I know, I was pleasantly kind of surprised. I'm hoping it keeps going
I know, so it's
north of
supposed to have a bit-
Wenatchee and covers all that area of that fire up there. I hope so.
It's got the fire south of town,
Mm-hmm. It was
the arborvitaes.
Yeah.
Once they go really fast and they're hot and
they go really fast. We had somebody, our neighbor that lives behind us, their barbecue blew up in their backyard and it caught their arborvitaes on fire. And it was, I mean, thank goodness there was 4 of us neighbors spraying water on everything to keep everything wet, but
Yeah.
and we were out there
we
probably
lost
within
a
a
little
minute.
section. Yeah.
Oh, man.
You think they're really green and they're not gonna burn, but
They do. They go quick, especially when they start burning from the inside.
best firewood ever.
Oh, man, they think those things get after it, yeah.
Good morning, it's 9:32 a.m. and we are here with the Sheriff's Office for a jail emergency management update. Welcome, Sheriff.
Good
Creed,
morning, good morning.
Chief Coates, Chief Mansford.
I've got a couple things. I know that Barb had asked me to touch on some golf cart stuff, so I'm gonna get to that after I touch just really quick on the first thing that I have. Every year, the Moses Lake Baptist Church comes over and does just a really small barbecue for first responder appreciation that they do on the 17th. And I know last year they did it basically just outside of our back door over there. So just to let you know, on the 17th, they're going to be coming over doing the same thing. So, so if you see them setting up over there, that's what it's for. We usually get quite a few people that swing by and get some food and stuff. So anyway, that will be on the 17th. I'll jump over to the golf cart piece. And I'll go see if I can go to the email that Barb sent over to. I know there was quite a few questions as far as the golf cart stuff went. I have our ordinance up and as well as the RCW. I know we made some changes to the ordinance. Trying to remember when we did some, I meant 22 or 23. 22, okay. And the things that we removed for us was the licensing that we did. It was becoming more cost prohibitive for us to continue doing that stuff when it came to the fees for the license, ordering the license itself, having the staff spending the time to process the licensing. Not only that, going down and inspecting the carts. It just really, quite frankly, it just wasn't making sense financially as far as to move forward and keep doing the licensing piece. The RCW does specify what is required for the golf carts with reflectors, seat belts, rearview mirrors, and they have to operate within the rules of Chapter 4661 of the RCW, which is the rules of the road. It also talks about licensing, and our county ordinance does the same. Very good description of our golf cart zones that we have right now. The golf carts are intended to operate in those zones. If they are gas powered or electric powered, that they're designed not to operate over 25 miles per hour in those zones. I don't know what other questions or anything that may have came up from the Moses Point residents over there, but from what I see in the emails that was forwarded to me, either the RCW or the county ordinance covers everything on there. The one piece that I saw that which I can appreciate the homeowner association wanting to do this piece of it. They sounded like they wanted to have a little bit of ownership to make sure that their people were operating their carts in the correct manner with the seat belts and the mirrors and everything, basically the requirements of the RCW, just to make sure their people were abiding by the state law and the rules. I myself don't have a problem with that if they decide to do that as a homeowners association. I don't know if that's anything that we need to include in the county ordinance. I know it's not included in RCW because, like with a car, the responsibility comes upon the operator of the vehicle that's driving at the time to make sure that all those things are being met before it hits the roadway. So I don't know if that's anything we need to specifically add in the ordinance other than probably just the area, if that's the case, if that's where the board's planning to move forward with, I don't know.
I just asked that if they had anything in their homeowners association regarding that, just to try to help us out, so that we don't have issues with people just running all over the place.
Sure.
Whatever.
Yeah,
At least they can do some of their own policing,
Mhm.
is what I was thinking.
and it sounds like that they were
There's
gonna,
always a grandma out there, they will be doing it.
well, there,
That's what I thought.
there's always an area, I mean, I ran into it down in Desert Air when I was down there driving around last 4th of July. And they know exactly what they're supposed to do, what they're not supposed to be doing, but they still don't. I mean, and I don't want to say all of them. I'm not throwing everybody in that circle, but there are people that still don't abide by the rules that are in play down there, and they know what they are. The Desert Air is probably one of the best communities of circulating information as far as what the laws are and the golf cart ordinances and things like that. So they do a really, really good job, and they always have. So I can definitely appreciate the homeowners association doing that and Moses Point, and if they want to do that, I have no problem with that. I think it's great. It's going to do nothing but help us out as far as what the standards are with those carts. So the RCW does specify that golf carts can cross the roadway. It specifies on there. I know that there's a lot of people in the association that do live on Edwards off of Road 4 over there that do have golf carts that drive to the course. That they were talking about wanting to drive down West Shore, I'm assuming, to the golf course. So, but yeah, whatever the board decides to do on that, one thing I always get concerned with, of course, obviously, is safety of the roadway and the safety of the people operating on the road. That's always my biggest concern, no matter if it's a UTV ordinance or golf cart ordinance. That's the first thing I always think about, because you're sharing the road now with 4,500-pound cars, and a 600-pound golf cart doesn't usually, we call it the lug nut theory. Vehicle with the most lug nuts usually wins. So that's always my concern when I talk about these ordinances out there. So I don't know if you had any more questions on the golf cart thing. I don't know.
My question was on the inspection, and you no longer do the inspection
Yeah.
on those. And so if they are illegal and you find them, you usually ticket them or give them a warning and give them the opportunity to repair the damage or the.
And based on the emails, it sounds like they intend to police themselves.
Okay.
The first 2 weeks of April, they're going to do the inspections on all the
Okay.
carts to reissue new stickers as well. So, I mean, I kind
That's
of
kind of a
look at.
win-win, so they're gonna.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
No, I definitely agree. Yeah, it's,
Internal policing right
Yeah.
there.
and they'll do a good job. I think that their HOA is very organized. I think that they have the time to take care of the things like that. And they're passionate about it. They want it because most of them are golfers near the golf course, so they are. So I think it's a good thing that they're going to police themselves. I do.
So you're not opposed to us changing the speed limits down there?
No, no. It's you currently have the golf carts crossing the road quite substantially all day long. I mean, it's I forget how many people go out to play every hour. I think every 7 minutes there's a tee time of 4 people on average. Are they all full every day? No, not every day, but they're full quite often. And so you get most of your crossings are down below the clubhouse there between holes 10 and 11, and then 15 and 16. Some will go to the driving range before, but not everybody does. So the biggest majority of your crossings are down to the north end of the clubhouse down there, but they still cross, and it's still 35, and people don't always go 35 down there. So I think Public Works, maybe they talked about they've had a trailer out there right now. I don't know what kind of data they've collected yet. I haven't seen or heard anything as far as the speed goes out there. So I'm not sure what kind of data they've collected. That I don't know. But I'm not opposed to dropping it to 25. I'm not opposed to it. Because like I said, the golf carts are crossing anyway, and all you're going to do is make them safer, having people
What are your
reduce their
thoughts
speed.
on 35 miles an hour in the May Valley area in particular?
In the entire May Valley area?
Well, like from the frontage road down to Road 5, all the way out to Road E.
On West Shore?
In that whole.
Oh, the whole,
corner.
from basically road, what would that be, Road F east? I think it's Road F, is the one the last one that goes into the neighborhood areas down there. I know that on Road F, part of it, about, what is it, about 3/4 of a mile of it is 35 going north from Road 2, or May Valley Road. Coming off May Valley Road, it is 35 there, and then it changes to 50, clear up to Road 4, I believe. So you got a mile and a half, that's 50. I can't remember what it is north of Road 4 there on F, though. I don't remember if that's 50 or if that's 35. Is it 50?
That's what I was saying, if we made it all 35 in that whole corner,
Mhm.
all the way down to Road 5, back over to West Shore.
Mm-hmm.
And so then that whole neighborhood basically is a 35-mile-an-hour neighborhood.
So
Yeah, and it's,
don't take it all the way to the highway.
Just to the frontage road. 'Cause
yeah, like,
all the way up to the golf course, basically.
yeah, so basically because I think where it starts, I think it's Road F there, is actually on West Shore's May Valley Road is where it starts, Road F, and then it runs north from there, if that's the one you're talking about, which I
Yeah,
think it is.
I like
It
that.
runs north from there. And like I said, there's already like 3/4 of a mile or some darn thing is 35 already. I myself don't have a problem with it going to 35. It's growing. There's more and more homes that are out there. It's probably just as much of a danger as White Trail. I mean, other than you get more traffic on White Trail just because the cutover around Quincy. But you're gonna end up having more homes in the May Valley area than you will on White Trail, in that 35 zone.
My thought is to do it now as opposed to wait till there's a bigger problem.
Yeah, well, and the development that they're having over there at the golf course right now is going to be creating more traffic, more people moving out there. So I think you'd be getting ahead of it, quite frankly, because I think it's inevitable that it's going to eventually change anyway.
Right.
So,
That's my thought.
and I don't think you're gonna get many community members complaining about us after the complaints we got during the road construction with the way people were traveling out there. So, other than we're gonna have to do some more enforcement to educate people out there.
Which might as well get started now as opposed to waiting.
Yeah, and honestly, we have, Kevin, because of the construction. So we worked out there quite often on Road F and West Shore during the paving and the restructuring of the roadway. So yeah, our people already know the roadway structure out there now, so, and where the traffic's traveling. So, yeah, that's not a big issue with our office.
Okay.
So. Have you had community members talk about it at all? The 35 zone?
Complaints about it, but I'm just thinking that.
About changing it to 35 or complaints that it's not?
Complaints that they're going, people are just going too fast.
Yeah, no, I bet, but they're not upset with it going to 35 if it was to be changed.
No, I've had people that were very
Yeah.
happy that.
And that
were
would-
Thinking about that.
That's what I've been hearing as well, same thing, so, yeah. So yeah, I guess that's all I really had on the golf cart stuff. I didn't know if there was anything else off the top of your head that you had to,
No, I think that was it.
okay. The other thing that I have on my list is, we got our RFP back on the medical. I think I told you that last time I was in here, for the 24/7 medical in the jail. We're gonna start going through the proposal and contract with, correctional health, partners to try to go through it based on the needs that we have in our facility as far as the medical needs that we have and the services that we want them to provide. So we're gonna go through what their structure is, what they plan on committing to us as far as the sheriff's office goes and medical services. We're just gonna start going through the contract and make sure that it's meeting what our needs are that we need to have. So we're gonna just keep moving forward in the process, seeing if we can get things more ironed out so it's more conducive to our needs instead of, right now, they basically send us kind of their blanket proposal for facilities that are our current size, that basically kind of covers the more pressing needs that facilities have that they see in common facilities. But we want to go through those items list by list for us to make sure that those are actually meeting our needs, or if there's something that we need less of, maybe we need more of, to make sure that we're getting something that's customized for us, not just getting the kind of the blanket proposal from them. So that's our plan moving forward with that.
Is
there anything else I was missing on that? No?
On my note, I have transition team. Have you guys been working on your transition? I know you are working on basically the jail transition, what that's gonna look like. But the transition, I think you're working with Kim, Superior Court, District
Courts.
Court.
Yep.
The judicial system to figure out.
Yeah, so we, Chuck went down over to Benton County, down to Benton County with a group of people to see how the process works for their Superior Court down there. And to at least get a handle on what they're doing, something that's successful as far as being off campus of the courthouse with the court that they have. So I'm gonna work on setting up a meeting with, work through Crystal and try to get with Tyson and Anna, the judges, to see if we can find out kind of what their vision is, what they're thinking, and maybe he has answers that Benton County's already doing that he'll be able to provide them. So we're going to move forward, try to get in a meeting with the two judges and see if we can find out what their needs are, what questions that they may have, so we can start moving forward and getting a group together to say with TS, prosecutor, the defenders, Kim's office, District Court, Superior Court, our people, I think I said TS already. Basically get all the stakeholders together and say, this is what it looks like in Benton County. This is what they do. This is how it works. Are there any, questions or ideas to make it better, whatever it is? So that way we can at least get a direction we're moving. Because right now, if we met now, it would be like, there's no direction right now.
I never
So
reinvent the wheel, but
Right.
you went down, Phil?
Yes.
And did any Superior Court go with you?
No, it was just correction staff. We just wanted to kind of get an idea of what system that worked, that would be completely virtual, to be able to recommend it to be installed into the new jail. And then once we decided on the software and what we needed, we installed one into our existing jail. That way we can actually see what it looks like. We can start feeling it and start exercising, because ultimately right now what we could do is we could have two courtrooms, whether it be District Court or Superior Court. We just go from courtroom 1, courtroom 2. But there's been a few obstacles in just getting the software programmed and making sure that it's going to work for us. We've been working with TS, meeting with them to make sure that it's as easy as it sounds, because the way that it worked in Benton County, it was very fluid. I mean, if we say we have 25 people on our docket, we go, oh my gosh, that's a busy docket. Benton County, they were slamming over 100 people through a day through their dockets, because it's just so easy to manage.
Are they transporting them or are they virtual?
Everything's virtual. The only time that they had to transport them, and it'd just be like us through trials, which we all know what trials are going to be. 3536 hearings is the evidentiary hearings. Those are typically on Thursdays. We know when Thursdays are going to happen. And anytime a defense attorney or a judge wakes up on the wrong side of the bed, says, I want to see him in front of me right now.
Okay.
So the transports, they'll have to be something that we take into consideration, but it's not going to be something that's going to be all the
Okay.
time.
it's not a real super concern of ours, the transport piece of it. So, but like you said, Rob, we don't want to reinvent the wheel, absolutely.
We just have, I'd say from the updates, we've just heard that from Superior Court clerks and stuff that, oh, we don't have any idea of what's coming, how we're gonna do this. They don't feel like they've been communicated
Yeah.
with. So.
We do. Well, I emailed Kim back and forth yesterday and let her know that we're not in a place yet to share what that is, because we don't have a solid foundation of what that looks like yet, because we're still working with TS, we're still working with the Superior Court judges, still trying to get, now they came back from Benton County, getting the hand on that, communicating with TS about what Benton County does to make sure that software is capable and operative. So, like I said, if we went and had a meeting right now, there would be like, okay, but now what? That's just the unknown. We're not far enough along yet to share information, because we don't have a lot of information to share yet. And that's what I told her yesterday, so.
Have you guys started getting your list of soft items?
We're still waiting. We did get a map as well of our list of the soft items we did. However, we're still waiting to see who's going to get the bid for those items, because we were told it'll be a lot more accurate as far as requesting money in the budget for those soft items. So, but yes, we got it on the radar.
It'll probably be pretty substantial, so.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So it's on the radar. It is. Gary's got all the maps up in his office with the list of the soft items and
And the soft
It's all
items
in there.
with the insurance increase should be pretty impressive.
Impressive.
Yes.
And
Yes.
this is something
Should be
that we
impressive.
actually planned for in our 2025 budget. So we did increase our operational supplies in anticipation on starting to purchase some of these things this year. I talked to Tom here not too long ago about potentially getting some kind of annex or one of those, the modules set up at the job site so we can just start stocking things up there. So this is something we've been planning for this year's budget anyway.
I think we'll have a soft cost for the insurance increase. Jail.
There's a lot of things that,
We're gonna
whenever,
take a bit of a hit, I think, like, oh.
yeah.
Have you already started putting out rooms for rent?
So we already met with Douglas and Douglas County, East Wenatchee about that. Honestly, we have. Those two they're all in. They definitely want in as far as billing or renting the beds. And that's going to be part of the offset for that we're planning on when we get into the finalization of what the cost is going to be for this 24-hour medical coverage. I think we're going to be able to see that we'll be able to offset it pretty well, honestly. And so far, those two agencies have even come down to the point they're thinking about doing letters of commitment. So they're committed to negotiate for bed space. So
What about Adams County? Are they?
I've talked to the sheriff briefly about it. He definitely hasn't committed like Douglas County has. He understands that it could be probably an option for him. I know his goal is to get his jail open.
Right.
I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I just don't know. But that's his goal. And if we get rolling before he gets his jail open, I think it'll be a more serious conversation.
We may.
Yeah. And so I'm thinking probably Adams County be jumping on board. I've got an agency from the west side that wants to do it. They would rather pay our potential cost and driving 2.5 hours instead of paying in the astronomical cost they pay at the SCORE facility. They've got to drive 2 hours to get there most of the time anyway, just because of traffic. So they're not above driving 2.5 hours to come here, which is crazy to me, quite frankly, but
Yeah.
they've got the money in their community to do it, so.
So. Make some money off them, we might as well.
Yeah, so that's I think we've got a real good opportunity to do that. It's, like I said, we've at least got two agencies that are all in. They're just waiting for us to come up with some cost for it. And we're communicating with the prosecutor's office as well to try to get a contract in line of what that's gonna possibly look like. And we're looking at even changes with our DOC contract's even gonna change. Once we get into the realm of having 24/7 medical coverage, that changes things as far as cost for even DOC. So that's going to be another piece that's going to help offset that as well. So it's going to be, there'll be a lot of good positive changes happening once the facility gets opened and we get the opportunity to expand that. So
Yeah, even our DOC beds, that's something that we often forget about because we don't book a whole lot of DOC anymore. But we'll start opening it up to bring in more DOC. When we go to the 24/7, that's potentially going to raise that daily rate $60 a day per bed. So, I mean, every service that we're going to provide is going to be increased. So we're definitely trying to look for ways to offset.
yeah,
Sorry.
no, you're fine. Yeah, when we were taking DOC beds quite often, we were projecting roughly about $500,000 revenue a year. And it wasn't odd for us to be over even 600 on some years, just depending on what the rate was and where we were at. But now the rate from where it was then, we're now $30 more a bed now than we were back when we were, and then you take an adjustment of the 24-hour medical coverage on top of that. You're probably going to, just for DOC beds, be close to almost doubling that, probably pretty close.
Good.
So, and that's, like I said, not counting the other 37 beds that between Douglas and Adams, or Douglas and East Wenatchee PD they may want. So, yeah. So it's going to be a good opportunity. And the nice thing is it's going to be big enough. It's not going to get in the way of the people we want to house here. So that's a good thing. Yeah. Yep.
Sounds good.
Anything else? Board have anything for me? Okay.
Those are my only questions I had.
Perfect. All right.
Thank you.
Of course.
All right, we'll go into recess until 10 a.m. and we're back for HR update. Good morning, it is 10 a.m. and we are here for Human Resources Update. We have Cora Anderson Cook, Gina Saldana, and Blair Koch with us today,
Thank you.
which is scary.
As it should be.
Not that scary.
I mean, your position and being in HR is scary.
Would you like to call for public comment regarding HR topics?
Yeah, so we will begin with an open forum for public comment, 5-minute time limit. Human resources related topics on the agenda only. Do we have anyone in the audience that has any HR public comment? None. We have 4 call-in users today.
One of them is Carrie. She said that she does not have any public comment. So you have an iPhone guest, Jim and Cammie. I have given you the ability to unmute if you have any human resources related public comment.
I would take that as a no, so no public comment.
Thank you. So item number 2 on our agenda is labor relations. Just an FYI to the board that Deputy Sheriff's retro was paid out. Thank you, Michelle, for all your hard work on that.
It was done.
Did you have
Thank
5
you.
minutes?
Yes, no, we got through that one.
Yeah, so thank you for that. And also update the board that we started bargaining with Deputy Sheriffs last Friday. So that will be underway.
How do we get rid of retro? When we're negotiating, is there a way other than settling before January?
There is, but that's a topic that we should go into executive session
Well,
for. But there are ways. I mean, ultimately my goal is to be done by January.
Okay.
That should be our goal. It doesn't always happen. Hasn't happened. My goal
Since I've been
in my
here, I don't
position
think
is
we've
every
ever-
year,
Yeah,
every time we do it, to get closer to that date if we don't make it.
okay.
So, yeah. I would love for retro to go away.
It would be nice. if we
However,
could.
I will reiterate that part of Tyler and having the payroll piece through Tyler is that it's supposed to be easy.
It's supposed to be
You
able to
put in the
calculate it
amount,
itself.
and it will calculate whatever changes it needs to calculate. If an employee made a step change, or if they moved positions during that time, it's supposed to calculate all of that for the department and then issue accordingly. So, which I know is Rachel is, very excited about that piece. So, if retro does happen, I mean, we're looking hopefully Tyler being able to resolve that issue. But my goal is always to get a contract as quickly and efficiently as possible. But we know that doesn't always happen for multiple reasons. That's the goal.
Okay.
Okay, item number 3. I have 2 items that I think we need to go into executive session for. I'd ask for 10 minutes. And this is under job application evaluation.
Can I interrupt before we do that?
Yes,
Oh, do
Michelle?
you have?
I just want to know, Mandy said that you guys were going to talk about the budget salaries, and I'm trying to work on those, so I kind of need to know.
Yep,
If
it
we
is
can
on my
skip
agenda.
Maybe forward and do that one first, and then let me leave. So
Sure.
that I can
So
work on them.
item number 6, under budget, finance, and compensation. 3 options that Mandy shared with the board yesterday was to budget a step increase full year for the entire which would put us over budget. To do the current step full year, which would require a budget extension at the end of the year or to split the year at the time of the employee's step, like we have done. And, I mean, you're currently working on that, so what are your,
I was doing the split
we're doing the split.
because that's like the closest that we can come, I think, but
Yeah.
that's why I'm kind of here because I was like, well, I don't know what they're gonna pick.
Yeah,
And I'm doing it one way, so.
Are you like 10% done, 50% done?
Oh, gosh, no, I'm not even, I mean, I just started it yesterday and pulling them and trying to pull the data. And I think I have like your office done, district court done, Superior Court's done.
And historically, hasn't the departments done the split and then there should be validated by?
Well, historically, we gave them a blank document and let them fill it out. But that was a long time ago, but we kept getting incorrect information. So we started trying to fill it out for them. And then they just need to proof it and add if there's anything else that needs to be changed on it. So that's kind of what we've been doing.
Okay. And do you have to do that not only for county, but for the
No, we
special
don't.
districts?
No, we don't
Oh,
do
okay.
that. No, we don't even do their budgets.
Okay.
So, yeah, no, just for ours.
Would Public Works do theirs? I'm just thinking Public Works and Renew. Would they have?
Well, we usually send them the salary sheets. We send them the budget. We do.
Mhm.
We try to keep it all the same format. Public Works is the only one that I think they just started doing it last year, trying to fit more of our format. So we'll.
And they do have a new employee or a new.
And then some of them, they can do their own salary. I can pull, I'm pulling it off the PAR
Yeah.
report and pulling it in with the base information for them. So they definitely could do theirs because they're big. It would.
So what would you prefer as an auditor? I mean, I guess my thought is twofold. One, we want to be as close as possible, but then if we did the budgeted for the step increase for the full year, that gives a little bit of wiggle room. However, there could be
Well, what if they're in
ramifications for
October?
that.
What if it doesn't come in effect till October or December?
Right.
That's the thing
Yeah.
is then it's a full year. I mean, that's a big increase in the
Yeah.
budget. So that's why I was like, I don't know what's gonna be the best, other than, trying to, it's very time consuming, sit and go, okay, when is, because it's different, the hire dates, longevity, and the position dates of the position, so.
Yeah.
Could you take the information on the PAR report, eliminate columns to just leave the name, the position, date, so that the
That's,
department
that's
knows?
what I've been doing. That's what we do.
And
But
then give it to the department.
we
for
could
them
do that and give it to the departments. That would make my life a lot easier.
And then you just verify.
I like that. Yeah. So I think that would probably be the easiest. Some of them I've done, they can check, but I won't, because I pulled them all. I'm up to like, I think building 138, pulling them off the PAR and putting them in order and sending it
But
in,
you
so.
don't have to do that, because the PAR report, you can filter it by the department.
Well, but we need them set so we can add them to the budget sheet. So I do separate budgets. I do the salary and the benefit. And I put them out there so that we can build it all together with the expense and report salary. So I set them all up so we can send them to the departments. That's what we've done for eternity. So that's what I'm doing now. Until next year when we're doing it on Tyler, we'll have to see how it's gonna work. But we should just be able to pull it all in and.
So this year, what I heard you just say, this year we're just gonna continue with the spreadsheets and not go into Tyler? for
Well,
budgets?
I think we're gonna have to use the spreadsheets for the salary and the benefits because we don't have that in Tyler yet. Everything else is gonna be in Tyler and they can pull it that way, but they're still gonna need the information to fill in for salaries.
Okay.
So,
Don't all the departments get a PAR report every month?
yes,
We do.
and they could do that. I mean, they could do it themselves, but they're not used to doing that themselves, so they might like really scoff. So I'm almost done, so I'll have them all set to send to them.
I think if you give them enough notice and some instructions on how to do it. I mean, it's a new
Almost done.
process.
I'm almost done. I mean, it might as well just send it to them and then then they can just add on whatever they need to.
So you don't need a decision today because you're almost done? Or you do?
Well, I'm not, no, we still need to know how they should do it,
How they want
if
it.
they're gonna split it
Oh,
I mean, the departments can figure that part out. If they want to. Yeah, I mean, they should. That's
Okay.
what we would do.
got it.
Okay, so board, any
So-
questions, comments, or are you ready to make a decision on how you would like to?
Okay, so
Let's
just
do
so
that.
I'm following, I've been trying to follow along. So Michelle, you're gonna figure out when their step increase, or what the step and the salary and the benefit will be for 2026, but it's up to the office to figure out when that
Well,
action will kick in.
actually, what I'm doing is I'm building the sheets, and then we're going to, the benefits, we have to attach another sheet so that they
Okay.
can fill in the benefit sheet to come up with the right answer.
Okay,
I'm building the sheets, the salary sheets with everybody on there that I currently have on the PAR report. And I've only done a few departments where I've done it like that, where I've looked at the adjusted hire date and their hire date and filled them in that way. So I like giving them to the departments and letting them
okay.
go through them and, use their time for it. As long as they're doing it the same way, so we still need to say, you need to look, one of those three options. So we'll have to tell them how they should fill it out,
Right.
which I feel like the split year is probably the best.
Okay, because that's how we've been doing it.
Yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
so I'm in favor of continuing the split year and then
Okay.
Michelle, working with the department heads or each department and office so that you're not doing everything.
Yeah. See, I've been pulling them pretty fast off the PAR report, setting them up. So I feel like that'll be easier for them in the transition.
Rob?
Commissioner
Yeah, I'm
Jones?
good with that.
Okay, all right, I'm out.
Okay,
Thank you, Michelle.
thank you.
Bye, Michelle.
And thank you for all your work on this.
Okay. Now we'll go into executive session, please.
Which one was it for?
It is for job application evaluation, RCW 42.30.1101G,
10 minutes?
please.
We'll be going into executive session at 10:12 a.m., returning at 10:22 a.m. for job applicant / evaluation RCW 42.30.1101G.
So would you like a motion? We're out of executive session, no decision was made in executive session. Would you like a decision on number 3?
I would like a decision on number 3.
Mr. Chair, I move that we hire an interim county administrator starting this month.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes to give authority to HR to offer on interim county administrator.
Do it, thank you. Next item, under position management, number 5, I have a PAR the board needs to sign. It is for the veteran service officer, and it is backdated. Box to be signed at counties, do the counties send that back?
Yes, I believe so.
Board signature,
Okay.
because the board had reviewed it and approved it. My name is signature.
Okay, effective date, retro, we're not gonna get Counselor Jim retro.
It's a small one, right? And it's one person.
Okay.
It's not a whole marketing. And I think when payroll sends it back and says, we need a date.
Oh, okay.
that's- I mean,
Okay,
they're saying,
and did you do a payroll date on
Yeah.
that one? Okay.
thank you very much. Blair, if you have things you need to do, feel free. Sorry.
Well,
See you,
thank you for
Blair.
bringing that to us,
Yep,
and
no problem.
hopefully, it's resolved.
Yep,
Thank you. Greatly appreciate it.
Next item under position management. Clerk of the board. Did we want to discuss that further?
I think we're all three here. We probably should. Because we've been two or.
Yeah, it's been two, and
We've
let's
had
get
at least
everybody
two.
here at the same time,
Okay.
so. And I guess I was wrong that if we are gonna talk about it, we should go into executive session.
Okay.
Sorry, Caitlin.
She's
Get your
been
exercise in.
That's it.
Rob, do you want me to go roll into executive session?
Which one was it?
It would fall under
1G, 4230, 110, 1G,
1G, yeah.
How long?
10 minutes.
Okay. We'll go into executive session from 10:35 to 10:45 for job applicant / evaluation, RCW 42.30.1101G.
Talk about
It
the
is
extension.
10:45. We are out of executive session.
And I think our last one for the morning.
I think so, but we said that before, so wear comfortable shoes on Tuesdays.
Mr. Chair, I move that we freeze the clerk of the board's salary.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion passes.
We'll bring up our next week stating that for you to sign. Third thing under position management, WSU was here yesterday, discussed their topic and PMR. Is the board prepared to make a decision on that, or is more information needed?
Yeah, no, I think we can
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
follow the recommendations of PMR.
Ron?
Yep.
I did budget already. Benefits, to number 8. I don't have anything for recruitment, nothing new this week. Benefits, Accusure, that was brought forward on August 19th. The board asked to hold it. We did have some further conversation. My preference at this point is to go out to market after the first of the year for our insurance. That way we've got time. If we did it now, we're moving right into open enrollment in December, November, December, so it would be a time crunch. So that's would be my recommendation, is that we wait.
Sounds good.
I'm good with that.
Yep.
I just want to comment that we rarely make a decision. I mean, we have been doing really good at all of us, all three of us.
Okay.
Snaps
Yay.
for you.
Like, hey, that's my job.
I'm good at
Been
phone
taking it
market. I like
personal.
it. You'll let all parties involved know, or?
Yes, we'll let all parties know. We did have a third party reach out to us, so we
Perfect.
can let them know as well. The process for that is they will go to the Health and Wellness Committee, present to them, also then come and present to the board. Be able to provide us figures, what, just sell their product and what they can do for us and why we should go with them. Number 9, policy. Currently, as you know, we're working on policies. Some positions require drug testing upon hire. But what we're wondering is if the board has any interest at all in doing all new hires to do a drug test, which will impact budget. But given that we do get grants, federal grants, probably a good idea, so that doesn't ever come back to us. But just kind of wanted to get feelers out there for what you're thinking. Is that something that the board's interested in? If so, then I can.
I don't know of any employers that don't do that. 100%.
Well, that's what I was wondering, do they do that?
Yeah, we have certain,
I know truck driving, there's
Yeah.
certain,
Public Works, the Sheriff's Office.
okay.
Renew does it because they're federal, they get state and federal grants. I think Susie does it. Not positive on that one, but, okay. Rob, any input on that?
Fine with that.
Okay, so we will work on getting language into the policy for that and for your review. And I
Will you
also-
have a,
I think you need to put something when they're applying for a job that all applicants will be drug tested.
and also though, are you going to have like a description of
like the standard?
substances allowed, substances not allowed? I mean,
Yeah.
Are you gonna not allow any substance, even though marijuana is legal in Washington?
Well, and
How
that's,
are you going to manage those things?
well, and that is the challenge, is because it's legal in Washington state, but if you collect federal grants, it's not.
No,
And
I
they-
get that, I'm just,
And federal grants could be pulled. So that is really a board decision
they can
is,
be pulled based on Gina having a positive drug test.
Because it's not legal federally.
Right.
And the state doesn't have the right to tell the federal government that they're not gonna follow that law.
We should pull all King County's grants then.
Really?
I mean, if it's possible,
Well, and I think another thing
Trump
that,
needs to get on this.
I think another thing that the board
Drug
has,
test the liberal states, there you go, fixed.
I think the other thing the board has to consider is pre-existing conditions, current medications. I mean, if I'm taking a narcotic because of a medical condition, I don't think that that person should be disqualified. So yes, all of that would have to be written into policy,
yes.
parameters, and then being consistent with that, and then updating it as laws change or accommodation plan, rules change, all of those things.
So we will work on some policy language for the board to review. We will also reach out to vendors who provide the service and get some prices for you. That's good. And then the last thing, number 10 on other, I just wanted to give you an update on local GovU. Yesterday was the deadline for the 7 courses that were sent out to staff and completed. We have 289 staff who have completed all tasks and 84 that have not completed. Some of those 84, they only have 1 to do, others haven't done any at all. I have a full spreadsheet. If you would like me to bring that back next week, I can.
Have you reached out to elected official or department head that?
Yes, I have been sending updates
Okay,
to
I
them.
think we had some that were close to it. Hopefully we,
Yeah,
I'm guilty on one test.
just one. You're close.
I did figure out on the other test what I was doing wrong, though. It was really making me mad.
They're really finicky.
They are very finicky.
You gotta click all the boxes that apply.
You have to click all the
But it
boxes.
doesn't say that.
It doesn't say that, and I've challenged it with local GovU, so put in a
It's
ticket making that challenge for them to fix that.
but you do get the test afterwards. Like, don't they tell you what you didn't pass? You,
I think so.
Some of them you don't.
okay.
I think the egress one, you didn't, and I think the ethics one, you didn't. But all
Okay,
of the other
maybe
ones,
on
you're
the
able
other,
to
'cause one of
review
them
what you missed,
Like, oh, I want 100%. I'm
I
gonna,
think.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I did it, because I remember missing a test, and I thought, what did I get wrong? And then it asked you the same questions.
just in a different order.
And I have had a couple people reach out to me and talk to me about an extension and very valid reasons, so that will be granted. And I don't, this is our first time around. I don't want it to be punitive, but I want people to complete them so we can
And I believe we
ensure
had-
that we've done the training on everybody.
All ours are pretty well done except for Mike. And I don't know if he's been in this forever, doing them now.
I can look on
We have some.
the print off the report I did this morning, but if you could encourage him to.
Okay, yeah, I see the little list
None.
here.
Cindy encouraged me.
I'm like trying to get everybody.
She just kept doing it and she was done, hadn't started, and I was like, oh gosh.
Barb has 2.
We can see them?
Yeah, I'm just looking.
I had sent them to your department
Okay, I'm wondering if, I'm not even on this list.
Neither was I.
because you are under an elected.
You
Okay.
should send us the elected instead of completed.
I will send
I
you,
think
I can
don't
send you
wanna
the
know,
full
'cause I'm looking
spreadsheet.
at like
Barb has one sexual harassment left. That's it.
Joshua is the only one in our office that has completed everything.
Oh, that's not accurate. I have completed them all.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
you've
I am
completed.
surprised, because
Yeah.
Emily's done, Trevor's done.
well, this was 8/1, 8/21.
Yeah.
Hold on, yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking,
Sorry.
I can do it by the deadline.
I'm like, hey, well, I'm
Excuse
really
me, there are
surprised.
3 call-in users.
Hang on,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
Do I remember?
your team is doing good. I think overall, I'm very happy with where we're at. I would of course like more, but I would love to see everybody complete it. And my training to the supervisors, department heads, electeds is to encourage your people to get it done. Schedule it, manage your people, and get it done. Have
We
them
may
get
have
it
to
done.
do a drawing for everybody that completed a local gov.u.
Or you just don't give them a step increase or a
On
COLA. They don't.
Do you guys have any items you wanted, Debbie?
You know, sometimes our
Yeah.
insurance clear WCRG
Yeah,
may have something.
have some really nice cups upstairs.
Nice cups.
Maybe we need to get rid of.
That would be good.
No, we could maybe have a drawing, draw some swag.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be fun.
It'll be fun.
Okay.
Do you want to get us some items so we can do that?
Blair, are you listening in?
Kevin, you were gonna say
I'm
something.
telling you,
I wanted to ask
WCRG
about
has,
On recruitment, where
Yes.
we're at with the public works and the engineer.
Well, while I was gone, it's my understanding, right before I left, Public Works sent the contract to the PA's office, and that is the last I have heard of it. And that
So it's
was,
still sitting over there.
I would imagine that it's still sitting in the PA's office. I have not heard anything different.
I guess
so.
my question on that is if we've used them in the past for that contract, why are we having to relook at another contract?
Well, because the policy says over $20,000, they have to approve it and give a recommendation to the board.
I thought Providence was 16, is it over 20?
Yes. Yep. Otherwise, yeah, if it was under the full recruitment, which Public Works got approved from the board for, those come over the $20,000 mark, so.
Okay.
Now, the board could have a conversation, should that be cumbersome, have the conversation about what contracts need to be done and what, you
Well,
could
I just
revisit all
know
of that.
It's important that we do something about it because the city's allowing us to use their engineer. We need that replacement. Like ASC.
but we have a contracted one right now. We have one on.
Well, we had a contract until we contracted with the city of Ephrata, which made the other contract null and
But I
void.
thought we were bypassing the contract. Didn't we sign it last week for the engineering? They were supposed to jump in and help. I thought
And
we
if
signed
that's
it
the-
last week.
With Public Works.
Did we? Or is it those?
I don't know.
Are you thinking of the right of way consultant? That was on consent?
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Didn't we sign it last week? Or did we?
It was either last week or the week before,
Okay.
but I don't know that
We have
that
a
like,
consultant on,
but that.
okay,
that
so
was
we don't
just
have the
for
engineer.
West Shore.
So we need to contract with, I thought we had, we don't have an engineer at all. I thought we had,
Just
So
our
could we
contract with
contract
Ephrata.
out with somebody else other than
Yes.
Dave Brett?
And that can be done, and I thought that's what Public Works was going to do until that position could be filled.
I thought that contract was being reviewed.
That I don't
It's all
know.
being reviewed, I don't
We have
know.
the roundabout, or the, whatever, the right of way.
What's that lady's name? That
Kovich?
office?
Is it Kovich? I thought we were contract with Kovich. Is that one of those Kovich?
The right-of-way consultant, give me a second, I can pull that
No,
up.
no, not that.
Okay, I
Are
think
you,
it's
are you gonna
Kovich.
talk
The prosecuting attorney's office.
Tanya
They
Queller?
They send us the update. They just sent one.
Yes.
Yeah, it's still on the
And
list.
office staff, I'm really sorry, I'm looking at an old local gov spreadsheet.
At least you're logged in.
Oh, I'm like, okay, but
At least you're
look,
logged in.
I'm now
Right?
froze. My screen is now froze.
Positive.
I can't,
Positive, yes. Silver lining.
oh my God,
Now you're
I'm
frozen.
out.
Never mind, I spoke too soon.
I know, I'm like, computer gods are out to get me.
I feel like that most days. Welcome, Tom.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Are you here
Okay.
for our meeting or on to the next one?
Just a couple of quick questions.
Susan Kovich, we don't. That's who we used to.
That is who they use, COVID, yes.
Yes.
So I thought we were still contracted.
We were until we signed contract with, according to the PA's office, if I'm understanding it correctly, is that once we signed a contract with Ephrata,
And
it
yeah.
made that contract null and
Yeah.
void. So we would then need to recontract.
Well, I think we need to,
We need to look into doing that.
Yeah. So my recommendation to the board would be that you talk to the Public Works Director and tell him that's what you would like to do.
And then potentially talking to Brandon, who's the prosecuting attorney, who can also help with the contracts movement and get an update for you guys.
we do have an
Yeah, they
update.
just gave us an update.
Oh, okay.
Heard that one.
Yeah. And he's been a great partner so far.
Absolutely.
so-
Just have a little work to do.
See if he likes the contract I just sent him today. So
Uh-oh.
I just saw him packing a bunch of boxes over, so he's
Oh,
probably
maybe
busy
this
this morning. Okay.
Well, HR has nothing further. Unless you needed it under the HR. Meeting?
So I have 4 spots open for HPL.
Oh.
That class starts next Monday.
Okay.
High performance leadership.
Mm.
What you're going through.
Mm.
How are you liking that?
It's been great.
You like it?
Mhm.
Getting something out of it?
Absolutely. And that's our topic for this week. And I thought, I can't be more positive. Everybody's so negative. How am I possibly? And it comes out in little ways like you guys just noticed. And so it's very subtle, but it's changed my life. It's so dramatic,
Don't
but
be a sun blocker. Don't block somebody else's light. I
So
was just, that's been weird. Like this week, multiple times they've talked about blocking somebody else's light or.
well, bring in your own weather.
that's been great.
Another.
So suggestions for 4 people. Kevin, did you want to give this a go again, or did you want to wait until January?
I think for me, January is probably my.
So 4 open
slowest
spots.
time.
I can approach different elected officials or department heads within those offices. Any thoughts by the board?
Do you want to send out
I haven't sent out any. I was going to ask Missy if,
elected official department head?
well, I have to get names out like today or tomorrow, so.
Why, just if you send an email out?
Yeah.
Kim took it? Kim
Kim,
Allen.
yeah, Kim did it, yep. She's using it. Maybe I should ask
I
Crystal if she
should-
wants to go.
Used it, no, I
So
tried it.
Crystal could be one, and somebody in Missy's office could be one.
I had a conversation with the sheriff's office recently, and we kind of identified some folks who
Phil's going through it and he loved it.
may
Phil's loved it.
benefit from it.
Yeah, like,
Don't say here, we're still in session.
and we're just throwing out names for
Okay, no, but yeah, if you have some names, yeah, email them to Tom.
any,
Caitlin, how's it going?
I'm good. I like it. I am really, this is the silliest thing ever on that homepage where it tells you your pace versus your cohort's pace.
You're way ahead, aren't you?
No, it's just my only goal is to stay ahead. I just want to be at least 1% ahead of the rest. And it's so silly, but you know what?
It's satisfying.
It is.
It's
very
satisfying.
Well, that's why I'm so surprised that, yeah, on our little list, but I was looking, but.
Yeah.
On our list, God, Caitlin's definitely a friend setter.
It should be. It hurt a little bit.
And we could cross-reference the names that you get with local gov and see where they landed on that as well.
I think it's just an incredible training, and I do feel that you get as much out of it as you put in.
Yep.
But doing the homework and the reading, and I like that it's every day, and then they have little segments that are like 15 minutes, 20 minutes every now and then they have some really long ones.
Yeah.
But
Anything else for HR update?
I like it.
Not.
Hearing none, we'll go to
Thank you,
recess until 11:15 a.m.
Let me
Good
know.
morning, it is 11:15 a.m. and we are here for a mailroom update.
Welcome, welcome. How's it going?
It's going good. Nothing crazy going on, really.
Is the mail coming and going?
Yep. Same as always.
Nice.
So, except now I got the FedEx guy coming to my office. That's a little weird.
He's coming in your office, what's he dropping packages? Or?
Yeah, he's just like dropping off stuff that he's like, oh, I don't know where it goes. I'm like, it says it right there. Just being lazy, dude.
Central location.
Yeah. So I take him. If someone calls, I'll let him know. But trying to figure out why he started doing that. I think he's new.
Probably easier, like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
He's the one-stop shop.
Drop
Yeah.
them all in place, yeah. Makes
Well, it probably
sense.
makes sense, and they're not.
I mean, I don't mind it, but just other people are, hey, where's my stuff?
Yeah,
Like,
it
Got
says
it.
it's been delivered, but it's not delivered.
like it's here
Mhm.
somewhere.
And how's working up in TS going?
It's going good.
Keeping you plenty busy? No,
Kind of just depends on the day.
so there needs to be more, maybe? Other things to do?
Yeah,
Okay. So you can figure out some other stuff on the deal.
I'm always open for new ideas.
Well, and congratulations for getting your courses completed.
Yeah.
Quickly.
They
Work
were
of you.
they weren't bad.
No, but it's more of like just getting yourself psyched up to do them.
Yeah, it's all like, okay, fine, I'll do it. So, other than that, nothing crazy going on there. So,
No strange mail or anything?
no, lots of returns, but that's just you can't help that. So, what about you guys? Anything new on your end?
Business as usual.
Yeah.
Awesome,
Well, I don't have any other questions.
Me either.
sweet.
Okay,
All right.
thanks for popping in.
I'll see you guys.
We'll go into recess until 11:30 when we are back for grants admin update. Good morning, it's 11:30 a.m. and we are here for a grants admin update with Carrie Stockton.
Good morning. Okay, first thing that I need to know is the ARPA grant that was going to be awarded to Grant County Animal Outreach, and then it was rescinded. Need to figure out what we're going to do with that $1 million.
I don't think we rescinded it. I think it's still, I don't remember pulling it back. I think we were gonna do construction, we were gonna do the construction, and they were, and now I think they're gonna do the construction.
Okay, because in June of 2024, the consent form says it was rescinded. And then there was something about the property that they were looking at, it wasn't gonna be feasible, and then there was nothing done after
Okay.
that, any decisions, so.
Well, my memory is not going,
And I've emailed,
because we still have $1 million, right, that's earmarked for
yeah,
them. Okay, in my mind, I thought,
They were gonna start construction. Last I heard.
because I
from Sarah
emailed, what is the little Sarah?
Tweedy.
Sarah, yeah, a while ago, and she never responded to me
I
to
saw
see
her.
what their direction was going. And we don't have a signed agreement.
Yeah, last I heard, they were working on getting permits and they were gonna start.
Yeah, I thought we were still committed to that, so I don't know if we changed. Rob, do you recall?
Only recall from conversations with Carrie like 4 months ago, 5 months ago.
And I think Tom said something about the property as well.
Because we would have, we
while
weren't gonna
ago.
use that money for, but we had to tell somebody where it was going.
Mhm.
So I'm just surprised unless we changed the scope of it. But in my mind, we're still giving $1 million to animal outreach. And if we weren't, we would have had to allocate it before.
Mhm.
So I think they're still on the hook to receive it.
It's still there.
Right.
Yeah. I just need to, if that's the direction we're still going, because they're,
I think so. I'm a
Yeah, I
yes.
was still good with that.
okay,
Kevin?
then I'll reach out to them again.
Just see if I can reach out to Sarah.
Yeah, we have to have it spent by the end of 26.
Mhm.
Make a little note.
Okay. I will reach out to Sarah as well. Okay. The SIP report, SIP report. What Brant and I found was on that initial report that's been used for years, when you keep the project amount the same, even though we're paying out, these agencies are getting their reimbursements, that should be dropping that project amount down, which would increase the unallocated amount. But these reports have never done that. So say,
What report are you looking at? Can I look at it?
yeah, I sent them to you.
Oh, the STAR report.
That's not the STAR report and the report that is always sent to you guys and to Brant each month.
Can I look at?
Uh-huh.
That's not the one we trusted. We trust, there's a spreadsheet.
That spreadsheet only the only spreadsheet that I have found is the master one, and that just has the information for each agency. And it's just an ongoing spreadsheet from
That ongoing
1900s. But that does not give you,
2 years working on that.
that does not give you the amount that is actually available. That only tells you how much each agency has spent.
Okay, let me see if I can pull it up. My computer, weird, I'm locked out.
Try to shut it down.
Well, if I'm locked out, I'm locked out. So I'll see if it's gonna let me in. But I think on that spreadsheet, it should have had like a total going in. I'm gonna try to find an old one.
This is what this does. It'll tell you how much has been received each month through the treasurer's office, the revenue coming in for that. It does do that, and then it subtracts any payments that were made in that same month.
But then it doesn't show the
It
commitment.
doesn't, it shows committed funds, but it doesn't show the uncommitted, what's available. Because when you keep the committed, the project amount, the committed fund the same, even though we're making payments out, that those payments going out should be lowering those committed funds because we're paying them.
Mhm.
And that's not what this report does at all. So what happens is, so on the June one, we have committed funds is over $4 million, but we only have 4.2 available. So that's why the balance is only at 202,000. But payments have been made.
Okay, and I can't even get my spreadsheet up, I'm locked out. So what I would recommend, because we've literally June spent about a good year, over a year, and this is back in the day, getting everything reconciled because we never really knew what we were. So we had a spreadsheet. June tracked it, Jill tracked it, Janice tracked it. So it should have had revenue coming in, revenue going out. And
This is an Excel report.
Okay, that's your report.
No, this is the one that they've all used. This is the one that has been used all these years that goes to Brant and to the commissioners. Every quarter, there was a report done.
But
So
it should
this
show
is-
money coming in, money going out.
It does.
Committed one. Okay.
But what I'm saying is, when you leave the total committed funds at that same amount and 4 years later, they haven't used any of it, so we haven't reimbursed any, it's not going to up the amount available. So like, I'll give you an example. So we have, let's see here.
Just a minute, I'm gonna see if they can, and I'll show you what.
Okay.
Because my spreadsheet looks much different than yours.
Where'd your spreadsheet come from? I don't have one.
Hey Alex, this is Cindy Carter. Can you unlock my computer? ccarter@grantcountylaw.com. Okay, thank you. It's the original, June started it, and it was just kind of carried on.
Yeah, that's probably just the master spreadsheet where all the information is for each entity. But it does not show what's coming in and what's going out. It's just basic informational stuff. And payments are listed on it as well.
Okay, and the fund should have been adjusted as the different reports. The revenue coming in. You would get a star report, so you knew the new revenue, so it should be
And it always
adjusted.
matched these reports here. They match.
And that was from the treasurer's office?
Yes, the star report is from the treasurer, but this is the report that shows all of the agencies, their committed funds, the project amount, the new cash, and the total committed funds and the available balance. But so back in 2023, McKay was awarded $400,000. We've already paid out $385,000. So that $385,000 is available because we've already paid it out. We only have $14,000 left to pay them. So the funding that we're paying out should be, that money is going, back into the available balance.
Okay, it's called the OOO SIP master spreadsheet, and then you'll have the documentation from like the July reports, August reports, September reports that are rolled into the Excel master sheet. And then, do you have that? And then that's what date paid to EDC, EDC owed, approximate date dispersed. That's the balance that do you want me to print this out?
Yeah, can I come look at it real quick?
Because this is the one that we would trust. We honestly did not trust any of the others. So you'll have a sheet like this and it'll have all the SIP, like you said, from 2000. And that's because this was audited, it had to be audited. We had to go through and do a pretty extensive
What
auditing.
is the top, what does the top look like? Okay, yeah, that's the master spreadsheet.
Yes,
But it does not, if you go.
here, I'll let you run my mouse now that I'm just excited. I found it.
See, balance due, the date, EDC owed,
Mhm.
which EDC is not anybody.
Well, and this
you
is
know.
back in 2000. Like I
Right.
said, we had to start,
So when was the last time it was used? Because it has changed. Yeah.
4/23, so
So-
it just needs to be updated. This is the
Well,
one, it's probably
Yours
been
isn't
updated.
updated. I have the updated.
Okay, so
Because
that's
I
the
do
one.
use it.
Okay,
But it doesn't show the total amount that's available for that fund. It only shows what's available for each entity, for each one of those.
okay.
It doesn't show the
Unused funds of
total.
10,000, so, oh, maybe that was for the funds. Okay, well, because we got in a little situation where we thought we had more money than we actually did. And if we give more money out, then it literally comes out of current expense and not out of the SIP. So I think that's where I'm just really, like,
Well,
we
and
got to know.
the reason that it never came up before was because I think the lowest available funds in this account was like 500,000. But now we're down to 200,000 because the money we've already paid out hasn't been updated and put back in on this end.
Money we've paid out.
Mm-hmm. So see, when you have a SIP grant, you say, like McKay, 400,000 since 2023. We've already paid to them $385,000. So we only owe them 14,000 left.
Mhm.
So that 385, we've already, paid it out. So the balance for them, for their committed project fund, should be lowered to the 14 because that's all we owe them.
Mhm.
And the original report doesn't do that. It keeps the original account that was granted for the entire 3-4 years that they have these grants. I still have one from 2019, 2020, 2021.
Yeah, because the last one we had was October 31st, 2023. Payoff sheets. Okay, there is another one that has the payoff sheets. SIP loan.
We only have one loan.
Okay. That's just a payoff sheet. 2016, 2022. Okay, so you're saying we have 2 million in that account
Mm-hmm.
that we could,
And on the new report that I did up, if you add the available balance with the total remaining committed funds,
okay, I'm gonna write this down. Do you mind emailing those to me so I can look at it? Because I do much
I
better
emailed
than-
them to you guys,
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
last
but I
week or the
was-
week before.
Okay.
It was all in one. They weren't
Okay.
separated.
Do you have that spread, so have you been updating the spreadsheet? Or okay, will you send me that spreadsheet then?
Mhm.
Was that in that list? I didn't see it.
No, that spreadsheet was not,
Okay.
because it's huge. Does anybody else understand what I'm trying to say?
I do, but I know we've had issues with this account, so I'm not trying to harass you here. I just want to make sure that we are. I'm surprised we're up to 2 million when it was 200,000.
Well, that's because
So
these project amounts from 2019 and 2020 are still the same, even though we've made payments to them already. So, and they're not going to get any lower if we continue to do that, and we're not gonna have any projects going until that 202,000 gets up there, which could be forever. Because most months we're paying out more than what we receive.
like, I'm just looking for the, when you sent it last, I know I looked at it. Trying to do
Trying to find it.
828, do you think that's when?
It could have been. I could make quick copies of these if you want me to, right here. Do you guys want me to make you copies?
We have the STAR report. Okay, and that's what we have in front of you?
Mm-hmm, for June.
So on your spreadsheet, you've taken the spreadsheet here, you've taken what you used on the spreadsheet
On the
and
new,
adjusted it on the report here.
on the new report. The new
So have we given anything out in 24 or 25?
Mhm.
Because I thought we gave.
Well,
like
25, no, we have not yet, because we
Okay,
haven't
so
had the funding.
2024,
2024, we had 7 SIP grants awarded.
$100,000 the Port of Warden, City of Ephrata, City of George, McKay Healthcare, the balance of theirs. Port of Warden and McKay. So was that the report? So we stopped in July of 2024. We have not issued any more. So we have a year.
Well, in December. 2024-07 is the SIP number.
Okay, December.
Yeah.
Okay, it was December 24. So okay, so deducting the full amount, and then we bring in, where's my other report? How much do we bring in annually?
It varies. Each month is different.
Like $1 million. Let me pull up my budget. And then is it, have you seen a copy that is on their SI or their? You have a copy? I was looking, they just checked the mark, Madeline checked the box that it was on their facilities
Their capital facilities.
plan.
Yeah,
Have you seen it where it was actually listed?
yeah, it is
Okay.
there.
And it was not a generic, it was literally listed as a plan, not a, because we've got in trouble with the port. They just had expansion in their, the port, it was very generic and it has to be specific listing this. And the only reason I know is because the state auditor came, we had an audit, and then they continued to review it.
Okay.
So it has
I
to be
mean, I'll
pretty-
double check it, but
okay,
it
has to
was
be
there.
Pretty specific. Madeline should know,
Yeah.
but it can't be just improve streets, whatever. So it looks like we collected about it, give or take $100,000 a month when things are going good.
Yeah.
So we, if we haven't done anything, for sure we have that money in there. So the 4,304,000. And so that, you've gone through and corrected those, so that looks like correct, the 4.3 million down the 2,2,450,000 you've gone through.
Yes, yep, I went through each and every one of them and double checked all of the payments. I double checked on GP, made sure everything matched up. Emily actually looked at it for me as well, and she said it makes sense to do this, otherwise you're never going to have any more funds until one of them finishes out 4 years later, and then you take that,
The whole thing
total
off.
project amount off. But if you add the remaining committed funds total at the bottom with the available balance, it matches the ending balance of the STAR report. So that tells me that it's right on.
4.1 million,
Huh?
the 4.1 million, total committed, the 4.1 million, $4,139,270.
No, are you looking at the new report that I did with the 3 columns?
I have the June 30th STAR report was probably, okay. It looks like that was the most current STAR report that you have.
The June one is, yeah. I don't know if July's been posted or not yet.
Then you reconciled that then with your. So are you continuing to use that spreadsheet for?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I have that one, but I also broke it down into year because
It
the
is
way
huge.
it was a mess.
No,
There
it's
was
been an
just some
ongoing-
things were, some data stuff was in there, some wasn't. Entries in weird places. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna split this up by year so I can make sense of it. But I do update that
Okay,
one.
good deal. I think it's just because it wasn't on here. Gave me a reason to panic. It just is a lot more money than what we've been told previously. Go from $200,000 to.
Well, exactly,
4
yeah.
million
And that's
was
why
all of a
Brant and
sudden.
I started looking at it and he said, Carrie, something's not making sense here because you've been paying out, they've been getting their reimbursements, so why aren't their committed funding amount dropping? And it has never done that before. I went clear back to 2022 and that committed number was still there. They basically didn't take it off of the total committed funds until it was completely paid off, which could be 4 or 5 years. And then, dropped it off. But where we're at now, because we got to that 200,000, if we continue to do that, I mean, it's going to be another year or so before we get enough funding to do any more grants. So that's why I started working it the other way, because the remaining committed balance, that is the true balance of what each one of them are still owed to, through June. And so that was why I did this, and it worked out where, the available balance plus the new remaining committed balance matches the STAR report. Because we don't have the 4.139 of committed funds, because we've paid 1,000, or 1.7 million out.
And some of those will start falling off once they get.
Well, they haven't been very quick at getting
I know we do
projects
extensions,
going
okay.
on a lot of them. I think the last couple of months I've had like 5 or 6 extension requests because things just aren't going as quickly as they had hoped.
I'm gonna print this. And then do you mind just looking, because it's on our agenda today, to make sure it's not a vague?
Yeah, I'll
has to be
double check
pretty
it.
specific.
Yeah, they didn't add it with their packet, I noticed. So
Okay,
I'll go
well,
on their website and check
Because
it
that is
out.
something the state auditor's office has been looking at.
Mm-hmm.
We were just lucky. Well, we were the only county, because dealing with other counties in the surrounding area, they got hit too. So yeah, Madeline would get that over. Should I just leave this over there?
Which one is it? What is it?
Well, one is Kids Hope Halloween
It's
Candy.
mine.
Halloween candy guy.
Probably all mine.
Oh. I'll just hand it to you if it's not, because I'm like, that's not.
Yeah,
what
it's
I-
mine.
Okay.
I'll let you sort through it.
Okay. Yeah, if you don't mind getting that SIP just to make sure.
Yep, I'll
verified.
double check it.
Okay. Rob, this might be yours too.
That's that one.
Well, I don't think there's anything I printed. I just printed off the SIP report.
Oh yeah, that's the contract.
Okay. Sorry, Carrie, it's into your lunch hour.
That's okay.
Thanks for helping me understand this.
Any other things for this meeting?
The Blake agreement with Superior Court. Basically, the thing that they changed in the agreement was the,
Bill 5167.
yeah, they changed the language in the agreement, AOC did, to allow them to change what counties receive in funding. And basically, if they make a change, they have to send a notice to that county by May of 2026 that they're taking your funds away or giving you more funds or taking them away and giving them back or giving them to another county. The grant amount is only for a little over $10,000. But that was what Kim had a concern about, because they could take that funding away at any time, and then they would only allow us to be reimbursed up to whatever month they give us before they took the funding away. On my end, I don't see that there's, well,
I'm looking at this. Thank you for highlighting, and I see your comments, so they should be able to peruse through this pretty quickly. So thank you for doing that.
yeah,
Well, if it's not that much,
no, and
if they pulled it, we'd probably still be able to swing it.
yeah.
Good.
And a lot of times I try to email both the prosecutors and the clerks to remind them to get me, if they have any reimbursements, to get them to me every month. Most of the time, they are on cue and get them to me and I can get them submitted monthly, but sometimes they might be a couple months behind. So it'll be, 2 months that I have to submit at once. But I don't know how big of a issue it is with Kim. She just noticed that language that they could take it away unilaterally. I think that was the word that caught her, because last year's or this year's agreement did not have the word unilaterally in it. It just said they could take it away and give it to another county.
Have they been doing that at all,
Not since I've been doing this, No, I don't know with other counties. Kim did contact some other county clerks, and a lot of them, it was kind of mixed. Some of them the agreements were signed and, that was it. Others didn't have a clue if theirs had been signed yet or not by the county board, and some of them didn't know if they'd even received any money or knew anything about the agreement. So it was kind of mixed as to what other counties did. But I don't know what you guys want to do. If you want me to go ahead and put it forward for signature, or wait until you talk with Kim and see what she is wanting to do. I mean, my opinion, it's only $10,000. So, and that's because they went off of last year's. So it wasn't a whole lot to begin with. I don't.
It starts adding up. Look here,
Yeah.
little there.
But I mean, that's our limit. That's all we collected last year. So. but I don't know what would happen if we didn't, if they did take that funding away and we have 1 or 2 months that we need to be reimbursed for, where that money would come from. So,
Yes.
Figure that out.
yeah.
Okay, so is it already in the prosecutor's office for review?
No, because Kim brought up the issue with the language, and so not last week, the week before,
Okay,
I'm leaving right now.
enjoy your meeting.
Kim and Rebecca were discussing what they wanted to do. I think they basically, what Rebecca had said is she was wondering if the commissioners were okay with the language.
Yes, and I thought we agreed that we were. So
Okay.
I'm gonna email Kim and I will CC you on it, Carrie, so we will know.
Okay.
I'm no longer locked out of my system.
So are we done for this meeting?
I think so. Carrie, is there anything else?
No, other than, are you guys okay with the new SIP report? Do you want to look it over first? Do I need to put
Well, I
that
think since
Moses
we
Lake thing on
haven't, I am
hold?
comfortable since we haven't given anything out this year. I know we have the money. We'll have like 600,000. Yeah, no, it'd be nice if we really did have 2 million. I just want to make sure that we don't overspend because
No,
current expense.
totally
Yeah, I
understand
just want to
that.
make sure that they are on facilities plan.
Yes, I'll double
comp
check
plan,
that and
Because, and it's not generic. It
mhm,
kind of has to be pretty specific.
specific on the
And if
roundabout.
not- Yeah, because they have to have a commitment for funding, I think by October, but they could also update their, I think at the end of the year, might be January mostly, but they can update theirs if it's not on there. Where they spend,
Oh, okay.
because I don't want to get caught.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've been
I'll-
been caught before, and so we know.
I'll
So we
double
just need to
check that and
verify.
make sure it's listed under the travel stuff.
Okay, so I
And go
just
from there.
sent a quick little one sentence text to Kim, she was okay with the link. And you were CC'd on that.
Okay.
Thank you, Carrie.
All right.
And thanks for
Thank
explaining
you.
me. This has always been,
It's a confusing one.
it's very confusing because I can't rely on everything. 12:09,
Control of it. You have control of it.
we are in recess until 1 o'clock. We meet with Superior Court for an update.
Good afternoon. It is 1 p.m. and we are here for a Superior Court update with Crystal Burns.
Hello.
Howdy.
Oh,
I feel like it's been a little while.
Seems
yes.
like months.
Yes. So just a few things. Just last week, we started where we had to have our arraignment at the time of our first appearance. That has been going. We've had some challenges with that, particularly with the prosecutor's office getting all the paperwork to the public defender so they have time to meet with the defendant prior to court. So there's been a little bit of delays with that, but we're trying to get through that whole process. That's been, I don't want to say a challenge, but just something that we're working through. It's adding a little bit more to our daily criminal intakes that we're doing. So we're working through that. I also received notice last week that we are going to start getting funding from AOC for interpreters. It's not a lot, but we're going to get around $26,500 reimbursed from them. So that will be something since we're having to supply interpreters for all matters now. So I was happy that we were at least receiving some funding from them. Other than that, did a jury trial last week. We're starting another one tomorrow. Judge Clarkson did her first jury trial last week, and she's doing this one this week. So that's exciting for her. A little nervous, but she did really well, and she'll do her next one this week. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
One last week went well.
Yes. Did you know the property owners or someone, maybe. Oh, okay. You just knew about that one. Mm-hmm.
I thought Cameron was gonna say, it was me.
Right, I know, that's kind of what I was waiting for.
That might
Yeah.
be coming up.
That was a good one for her to start with, since it was a smaller crime, maybe would be the best way to put it.
So it
She's
was a
doing
property crime, is that what it was?
Mm-hmm, it was, yeah. So this week she's doing one that's a little bit more of a serious crime and will take a little bit longer and more witnesses, so, yeah. Mm-hmm. We haven't had near as many jury trials. They're hit or miss. We'll go weeks without having them and then we'll go back to back to back, so we
Most
just
people
never
usually
know.
Plead out, don't they?
Mhm.
For the most part.
Mm-hmm, we've had quite a few pleas, which is good. At least they're resolving one way or another, so,
People are taking responsibility for
Mhm.
their actions.
mm-hmm. Yes,
Or
Yeah.
they know it's gonna be worse if they go to trial.
it could be. That is definitely a chance you take.
Yeah.
You never know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you guys have any questions for me?
I don't think so.
Are you seeing a lot more evictions in your area?
You
Or
know,
about the
I
same?
feel like since COVID, there's been an uptick. Well, since you could start evicting people again from COVID. Each week we have, that's a large majority of our civil docket matters are evictions. So I'd say on average, we have about 10 a week. I don't think that's too terribly much considering some
When did you have
counties.
pre-COVID? About the same? or
Oh,
was it-
gosh, no, I would say a couple.
Okay.
If that, we would even have weeks
I
with
feel
none.
that COVID empowered
Mm-hmm,
the non-paying renter
mm-hmm,
to stay because nothing would happen to them.
mm-hmm. Yeah, there's so many programs available for them now, because now they come to court for the first time and then they get a free attorney if they want one, so then the
What if they
hearing
come
gets
to court
continued.
2 or 3 times and they didn't get their free attorney yet?
That happens quite often.
Yeah, that did
Mhm.
happen quite often.
Mm-hmm.
About $2,500 quite often.
Yeah, I would believe that. So it's,
We should have a law in place that if you've been evicted once and you go out and rent from somebody else and you don't pay your rent, it should be a misdemeanor charge.
mm-hmm,
or
I can't
something.
disagree.
I got way better ideas.
It'd be very difficult to be a landlord.
It's not-
It always would, but in these times, I think it'd be even harder. There's so many rights to these tenants that they didn't have before. So,
It's tough because some of them you understand. The problem is that they abuse it. So, and then when you go to court or whatever, it's all about, well, let's settle this and you can't do a judgment against them then. Well, then why did I pay 10 grand to try to get them out if I can't do a judgment? Because I'm not going to get my money back. Plus I'm losing the rent. Plus I'm going to have to fix the damaged unit. I mean, it's kind of crazy
What's the cost of evictions?
because I thought that the government got their money by tax. And I think the owner pays the tax, not the tenant. So it's just the whole thing is like.
Yeah.
Doesn't
I
If
was-
you
work.
want to be a landlord.
I always said it, if I ever
talking
wanted to
into
be
it.
one, I wouldn't be one now. There's just no way. With what I see weekly, I
Not
just,
everybody's bad though.
no, that's true. Just what I see all the bad ones.
Yeah, you
Every
only see
Friday at
that.
the civil docket.
Every Friday.
You see the bad
Every
ones.
Friday.
Yes, yeah, every Friday.
Every Friday, there's 10 new ones that the landlord decided, I got an extra 10 grand right
I'm
now.
gonna, go do it. It's Friday roundup.
You can't get rid of them if you don't do it.
Okay, Crystal, Tom Gaines may reach out to him or you can reach out to him. We have the leadership.
Yes,
the-
he came and saw
Okay.
me right before lunch.
Oh, okay.
Mhm,
And
yeah.
I took the course. Rob took the course. Rob was one of the first classes.
Yeah, it was
I
good.
took it and it is about an hour. You can speed up the videos and go through,
Mhm.
but it is a really good, a lot of information.
Okay, good. Yeah,
And
he
you'll
was
have
really
like
talking
2 or
it
3
up.
weeks- Well, it's probably 3 or 4 weeks and then you get a week off and then another. So
Okay.
you do have a couple weeks off and.
Because he said it's a 12-week course, is that
Mhm.
correct? Okay.
It feels like it's, when you put it in your calendar, it takes forever, but it's actually, I have thoroughly enjoyed it. You can go back and read your notes or access the course and there's a lot of things that,
Yeah.
the learning. good learning. I don't know, I thought it was really good, so.
Good,
we've
yeah.
had a lot of
I told him
people-
I'd look into it. I didn't realize the course was starting on Monday, so I'm hoping that
Okay,
if I
well,
can't
when
do
it starts
this
on
one,
Monday,
maybe. Mhm.
I think it's just like a 1 hour, 30-minute class, and then
Okay.
you don't start until the following week.
Oh, okay.
And if you don't get it done, you can always go back and kind of finish or read or kind of, well, and everything's in like 15, 10, 5-minute video, you know, little segments. So if you don't have a whole hour, you can just do little bits and pieces throughout
Okay.
the day.
Okay, good to know.
And you can speed up the video.
Mhm.
And then on Thursday, you just have a meet with your group for like I think they planned an hour. And then Friday, you kind of have the whole group for, I wouldn't say it's only 30 minutes.
Okay.
It feels like it's only 30 minutes, so.
Mhm.
So it's not as. But
Okay,
if you miss that,
perfect.
you can catch it up at another time, but it is.
Okay, good. Yeah, he was saying great things about it,
Okay,
so
well,
I'm
he's taking
interested.
it right now.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely interested in doing it. Sounds good. Mhm. Perfect. All right,
Nothing else?
that's all I got.
All right, we'll
Well,
go
thank
into
you.
recess until 1:15 p.m.
All right.
Gwen has court and was like in 15 minutes, so he'll.
Hit the button, we'll see, he just has to accept it.
Good afternoon, it's 1:16 p.m. and we are here for District Court update. Desiree and Judge Gwen. When you are showing as an attendee, we have tried to promote you, so that's up to you to accept.
There it goes.
What's new? What's going on?
Not a ton. I didn't have an agenda for you guys, so not a lot. I did just send a contract to legal for review last week for our interpreter reimbursement. So we got the same funding this year as last year's, right about $8,000. They were.
Is that through AOC?
Yeah, yep, they reimbursed 50% of certified interpreters up to the cap, which is, it was somewhere in the $8,000 range, which isn't enough. Historically, we haven't utilized all of the funding, but as funding gets cut and more courts join the program, we get less and less funding. So it just kind of is what it is. They do, they're going to kind of change what they do. So historically, around Q2 reporting, they look at all the courts and they'll reallocate. So if Court A is at 20% usage, they'll pull and give to Court B that's at 80% usage. And they're now going to do that evaluation after Q3 as we're nearing the end of the grant so that it's a little more accurate. So there's potential that if we're over utilizing that we could get more funding. But the contract should be pretty straightforward for legal review. There was a House bill this year that changed some language. So I sent her some summaries that will help with the review of that. But otherwise, pretty straightforward. Just reimbursement of 50% of what we spend on interpreters. So we're spending either way. So money is nice. So that will be coming your way. If I get it back, before Thursday, it'll be for review with you guys next week. Otherwise, it'll be the week after. So but that's about it. Judge, anything from you?
Oh, he was on, but he got flipped around.
Sorry, I'm at a new computer. I don't think there's anything new. We kind of just had a meeting not too long ago, so.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom Gaines, I don't know if he's reached out to you about the NACO High Performance Leadership course. Okay, we've got a couple openings that will start. They'll start Monday, but you just kind of do like a little overview of it when the classes start. It's a 12-week.
Yeah.
So you might want to reach out if you're interested. Reach
Will
out
do.
to Tom. It's like the course.
Will do. Yeah. Just chugging along.
Well, being quiet, it's a good thing.
We're just busy.
When isn't district court busy?
Never. Never. We're always busy. We have interviews Friday. We have 6 interviews. We're gonna do them in Moses Lake. And Judge Gwynn's currently on the Moses Lake rotation. So you won't see him around here for a couple of months very often. And we've also moved community court to Moses Lake through the end of the year too. So we'll have.
How many positions are you looking to fill, 2 or 1?
Just 1.
Okay, we have 6 applicants, so.
We're interviewing 6. We reviewed 60 candidates.
Oh, wow.
And we still have them coming in. So we had a
It's a good problem to have.
pretty big pool to choose from. So we should hopefully be able to find a qualified candidate out of the 6. And yeah, should be good. We just had 2, I think last week, do their 6-month probationary evaluations, and they're now past probation. I believe we have 3 still on probation, and then we'll have 1 more that'll be on probation. So we'll have 4, but otherwise we'll be fully staffed.
Good luck on the interviews.
Yeah, thank you.
I have nothing else.
Nothing for me. Anything for you, Gwen?
No, thank you, guys.
All right, we will go into recess until 1:30. Good afternoon. It is 1:30 p.m. and we are here for Prosecuting Attorney's Office update with Prosecuting Attorney Brandon Gerns.
Now?
We're ready.
Yeah, okay. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
We had Carly Biddle start today. So she's now the acting chief criminal deputy prosecutor. Really excited to have her back. She's going to be handling all of the sex crimes and then helping out the criminal crew as much as possible. We did offer, and he accepted, to Trevor Revere the position of deputy prosecutor 4, where he's going to come in as civil, as part of the civil team to help out Rebecca and Barbara. They have a lot
And
of.
Trevor, sorry,
Sorry,
that
go
name
ahead.
sounds familiar. Did he used to work in our office previously?
He did. He was previously employed at, maybe still is, at Huberto Law Office in Moses Lake.
Okay.
But yeah, we interviewed him on Friday. It was a very good interview. I'm really excited to have him join, and hopefully, with all of his years of experience, can really help out the civil team. He's got about 10, 11 years-ish of civil work under his belt. So actually, you know what? I think he did work here at some point for another, like, I don't remember what department.
Okay.
Years ago. Yeah, as far as the contracts for you all are concerned, I had Rebecca and Barbara send me numbers. Sure, what's yours from there? Apart from all of the contracts, we do have now 9 pending criminal appeals that we're working on. I know Rebecca has completed a few recently, including one where the Court of Appeals came back finding that one of the cases that we had a conviction on, the Court of Appeals ruled was an overbroad search warrant, and essentially told us that the case was to be dismissed, which we believe is outside of the Court of Appeals purview or that they're allowed to do. Typically what happens is they send it back and tell us that we have to start over, pretty much. So we were working on that motion for reconsideration, as well as a writ for a petition of review for the Supreme Court to have them look at it as well. So they've been kind of busy with that, as those things have tight deadlines once the Court of Appeals decision is rendered. So I know that they are working on contracts. I'm trying to get with them as to how they're prioritizing all of that. I think I mentioned last week or the week before, I gave them a new legal assistant, Tanya, who is going to be hopefully helping them, I'll say, speed things along a little bit. Just because I have the thought process of if a legal assistant can do it, a legal assistant should. that's what that's what we have them there for. So if an attorney can do legal work instead of legal assistant stuff, then things can get done much faster. So I talked about Trevor. Another person, Antoine, I think is how you pronounce his name. I haven't actually spoken with him on the phone yet, but we have a time at September 15th at 10 a.m. where we're going to talk. He was hired by Kevin and was originally slotted to start on the 29th, but recently told me he wanted to push it back to October 22nd. I think for a few reasons. I haven't really narrowed it down yet, but my understanding is he's not yet passed the bar exam, so waiting for results on that, and then looking for a house. So I'm going to try to speed up the timeline for him a little bit because I know that the district court people want somebody there, and so do I. We had another interview set up for the following Friday, but he just told us yesterday, that's the 12th. By that I mean this Friday. But he just got another job offer somewhere else, so we're no longer having that. So I'm going to start again with the interview process. I think I told you previously, Maggie and Eric both went back to law school, and hopefully they can come and join us once they're finished with the bar. That still leaves us with a pretty, I'll say, youthful.
And those were your legal assistants?
They were Rule 9s.
Okay.
So I'm working with Gina to give them some sort of conditional offer in that obviously I want them to pass the bar exam and not give up trying in school. So just working with HR to get that language down and give them a conditional offer to start once they're finished. Yeah. Other than that, we're trying to make the best out of what we have. We have a lot of pretty young attorneys. We went to a trial last week and got a conviction for, it was theft third that was the ultimate outcome of that. The original charges were a felony, which the jury did not come back with. So I think there were some lessons learned, and hopefully we can just keep chugging along. And then our deputy prosecutor, Cole Deaver, is going to go to trial tomorrow. The charges there are an assault too. So with Carly starting, one of us or both of us can help him with that as needed. And hopefully we get good results. But the good news is we're going to trial, gaining the experience, which is what's needed. And because otherwise you're not going to get the experience. So Carly's already come in ready to go, talking with the younger attorneys about going to trial camps and things like that so that they can get experience outside of the courtroom as well, because we have a lot of really young attorneys that just out of necessity, I think, had to jump up into Superior Court, and the stakes are much higher. And not only that, but the other side is much more aggressive, which obviously is a good thing, but yeah, so we all need to learn. But I think that's all I have.
Well, that's exciting that Carly is back on the
Yeah,
team.
yeah, we're really excited to have her. Yeah, she's already chosen the cases that she's going to take, and we're working on getting those reassigned to her. And then the two of us are going to get together of how we can really move things forward. So it's been a little bit difficult being the only, or one of the only people kind of leading things. I know that Rebecca's a bit under the weather right now, and so I think she feels a little bit down about that, but I know that she's trying to, so. Good. Yeah.
Exciting things, yeah.
Yeah.
You're getting new attorneys.
Yep.
Our updates were usually, we lost another attorney, we lost
Yeah.
another attorney. So
Well, hopefully it'll be the other way. My goal is
returned
to actually fully staff the office, so.
that's exciting. Well, is there anything we can do?
I don't think so, not right now. I'll let you know though, for sure. But in the meantime, if there's anything that we can do, or if you would like us to report back on something specifically, email me and we can get that done. And maybe in the future, I'll actually use up all my time.
Okay, well, no, and I think our only,
Grant County Engineer Recruitment Services contract, that's, for me, that's a priority, I think. Unless we,
it is, who are we contracted with?
Prothman. We can just look at that contract.
Engineer,
The
Yeah.
county engineer, Prothman, because it's over 20,000.
The recruitment services contract.
okay. I will make a note of that. How
Here.
fast do we need that one by?
Well, we don't really have an engineer for the county, so
Kind of important.
To get one?
kind of critical.
I think they've had it over a month.
Okay. I will follow up with them on that one.
Okay.
Good.
Super.
Anything else?
Oh,
We'll let you get back to your fun. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
okay, we'll go into recess until 2 p.m. We are back for our weekly commissioner meeting. Good afternoon. It is 2 p.m. and we're here for our weekly commissioners meeting. I will now call the meeting to order and begin with an open forum for public input. 3 minutes per person, 15-minute time limit. Do we have any members of the audience with public comment? I'm seeing no. We have 4 call-in users online. Barb, if you could ask them.
Okay, we have 4 call-in users today. I'm gonna allow you to speak by unmuting you. We have Gigi Fung from Copia Power, an iPhone guest, Cami, and Carrie does not have anything, so. Okay. You have been allowed the permission to speak. Do you have public comment today?
All right, hearing none then, I will entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
I'll second that.
There's been a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes to approve the agenda. Do we have any emails or letters of support that need our response or attention?
I did receive a call today I'd like to bring to the commissioners. Marlene Presser from the West Shore Drive area stated that she'd communicated with you, Commissioner Jones, that to schedule a meeting between the board and Public Works to contact the clerks. So I was wondering if we could talk about that and what.
Yeah, Public Works made the request not to have the meeting. Cindy
Right.
brought that to us last week, I believe. She kind of sent, and I told them maybe yesterday, but she had sent an email, or she had called me. I talked to her, kind of gave her like what I knew that was going on, what I agreed with, didn't agree with, and then sent her the emailed list of the driveways that have been contacted, the ones that hadn't, the ones that had approved the work to be done in the right of ways that had not. So I sent her the list to try to help her be able to talk to them, because she keeps saying that no one has been talked to, no one has been contacted, no one has been seen. So I thought, well, here's the list. You could just reach out to a neighbor. Anyways, then it was the county and myself are just liars and this and that. So my response was, listen, I'm trying to help you without you having to go through a public records request by just giving you these documents. So I said, if you want a meeting, I don't set the meetings, so reach out to Public Works or the clerks, and then we can decide if we're going to set a meeting or not. But we've been told there's not going to be much benefit to setting a meeting. And I don't see a big benefit in setting a meeting with me, because I don't know a lot of the stuff going on out there. Just what I have been provided and provided to her.
Yeah, just to kind of follow up, they thought that since they're meeting with individuals one-on-one, they're going out there, they're making contact, that this would just kind of ruin what they've already got going on. So if we do want to have a meeting, it'll be later on, but not right now.
Well, didn't you mention too that her driveway was not even one of those?
It's not one of the driveways. So the right-of-way work is county right-of-way only. It can be done in the county's right-of-way. So they don't need approval from her. The names listed that she had emailed me, they were all driveways impacted that were not in, that they didn't have to do work in their personal property. So
But she was focused on you saying to reach out to the clerks for a meeting. So she's expecting a call back. And I don't know, do you want me to tell her that you,
At this time, we are not
Well,
scheduling a meeting, maybe later in the.
I think we should let her know that we do have the consultant that's out there working that project for us. She may be contacted by them. But
I can forward you my emails.
and all I'm just saying is that said that you said to contact
Yeah,
us
contact
or
Public
a
Works
meeting,
or a clerk
or the
if you're trying to
clerks,
set up
yeah.
a meeting.
So that's what she's focused on.
Oh, she just wants to set up a meeting just with her.
No, with the whole
And
community.
Public Works and
okay.
everyone. So she
And
just-
my thing when she asked for that before was, listen, I wasn't included in the beginning meetings. I wasn't included in the planning meetings, but now you want to have a meeting with me. Clearly, I don't have all the information. I wasn't at any of the other stuff. So I get that it falls on us at the end because we are the heads of the county, but at the same time,
Dave Brent thought it would kind of undermine what they've already done and trust the system, that they are working on it, and they've still moving forward on it, so.
So tell her that what he had said was to schedule a meeting, but that the board talked and we're not going to schedule a meeting. Not anytime soon, just
not
later
at this
on.
time.
Not
right,
at this
because
time.
we've hired a consultant to take care of that for us, to make sure that the project gets taken care of.
Okay. I will call her back this afternoon. That was all I have.
Anything for you, Caitlin? Okay. Commissioner Roundtable, any items for Roundtable or discussion for Roundtable?
Yeah, number 7 on the agenda. Can I talk about it now? I think it just should say Grant County, not Grant County Board of County Commissioners for the vehicle. I think we can just scratch that when we go to license the vehicle, transfer that.
I did speak with Public Works, John Spees, and he said that he agreed with you, Cindy, that that's just what they had thought, that they were transferring it to that department, so that should go on there. So he said, no problem.
Okay, yeah, and I talked to Andy too, and he's like, oh, then I'm just thinking, oh, let's go to the commissioner, so. Not that I'm right, but I just think it'd be easier if it's just Grant County instead of the commissioners.
And you can transfer it around later.
What do we want to do about number 10?
Okay, I think we should pull number 10 for the health board. I think, after talking to Teresa, it sounds like they're looking for individuals as well.
Yeah, because there's 2 other vacancies on the board too.
Oh, there are?
Yeah. I was just on it a minute ago.
Oh, is it from the tribal?
No.
Okay, I wasn't aware we had 2 other positions. And then, I would like to, I know we need to make a decision, but on the SIP, we do have funding for that $375,000. I just want to, Carrie was gonna reach out to the city of Moses Lake and make sure that it's on the facilities capital plan, because it was not attached to the application. It was just a check mark that it was.
Has Carrie done that? She is online.
She is online. What number was that one, Cindy? I'm sorry. 9? Thank you.
Number 9.
I don't know if she's listening.
Well, we just met with her right before lunch, so she was gonna do it. I would be surprised if she had time to get it completed by then, but.
Harry, I promoted you to a show. She just messaged me. She has not heard back from the city. yet.
Okay, so I think we should wait on that one.
So it's 1 week hold?
Yeah. And then on 11 and 12, we have recommendation for reappointment. There were no names on there, so we just need to make sure we get names on those.
That was
On
Jim and Marge.
There won't be names on the consent agenda forms.
Were there on the other? Because I didn't see it on the others.
No, we
Okay.
have, no, that was,
Okay, that's where I was.
yep, it's just on their appointment letters.
Okay. Okay, so we don't need names. That's my only question.
Yeah, the commissioners had previously said that you guys did not want to advertise names just in case you denied
you
it.
didn't. Okay.
Yes.
Perfect, okay. That's it.
Any walk-on items today? Anything for you, Sheriff?
No, I was just here in case there happened to be any questions on consent item number 19 for the K-9, just in case. I think I was able to give a update on, not my update I had today, but the one I had 2 weeks ago, kind of what the prognosis was of UNO. So my questions probably should be answered, but
Yeah.
I figured I'd be here just in case.
And you provided additional documentation, so thank you.
Yeah.
Just the Water Conservancy Board is, which you did earlier, no longer able to use the FSA building, so but their meeting is September 18th. Their next meeting on Thursday. I have no idea what time. It's on the 18th, so I think there's just 3 of them and a secretary. So if we have an office or something,
Do they normally do those in the evening?
I honestly don't know. I should have asked when I was on the phone. I'm locked out of I'm not locked out, I just can't turn on my computer. I'm just gonna bring my own computer from home.
Depending on the time, like if it's in the evening, the hearing room is not booked. It's booked during the day for Board of Equalization, but the last hearing that day is at 3:20, so they'd probably be out at like 4:30-ish, depending on how long deliberations go.
Okay, well, let me see if I can just.
I don't know if any of them would have access or somebody would have to be here to let them in.
I'll see if they have it online, what time they meet. Most of them have a link, but Grant County does not have a link.
I can get in to work.
I'll continue to research this and get back to the. Report on that. Are you waiting for a motion for me?
Yeah, a motion.
Okay, sorry. What part are we at? Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the consent agenda items 1 through 19. Holding number 9 for 1 week, which is SIP, and then pulling the Board of Health.
Are we, the polling, are we withdrawing it completely? And not bringing it back?
I think we're gonna
Right here.
pulling it, yes.
Completely.
And I'll second that.
Motion and a second, any discussion? Discussion item I would just have would be on the number 7, just making sure to note that the transfer from Public Works to the Commissioner's Office will just be from Public Works to Grant County, not Commissioner's Office listed. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Motion passes to approve consent agenda items as presented by Commissioner Carr.
Kevin, don't worry, let me get our chairs. They're trying to find their room. We'll be in the hallway side. But somebody really likes the high arms.
Yeah.
Who's this? Who likes the
So
high arms?
anyway, the way you're.
Kevin's is awfully low.
This circle.
He's got the preschool chair. Jerome, how are you?
Good, so this is the video of this yourself.
Having the best day ever. Look at me.
Is it raining still? Did it stop raining? Is it hot now?
They're really hot.
Good.
We're gonna find out soon. Let's get.
Starting to see some of the cars that contain the little houses.
Why is it burned up on the road? Provided.
There's a front one too.
Take care.
See you, Joe.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to see y'all. Thank you. See ya.
Counties, their commissioners do get cars.
Yep. I'd like to get a, yeah, I'll take that. I'd like to get a police car. Like a Challenger.
The visibility in those sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you're driving in a bubble.
Yeah.
Can't see anything.
Well, when I'm running those red and blues, I don't need to see anything.
Get a Corvette.
Get a surplus car.
I'd take a van, like a, what's it called? A Sequoia, Sonoma?
Sequoias are.
It's SUV.
Yeah.
I don't know what the van's called.
Minivan?
Yeah, they
The
look,
Toyota one?
yeah,
Siennas.
those are sweet.
If you get a new one, it has a vacuum inside of it.
I know, that's what you need.
They don't stay on the lot.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a vacuum and a mini fridge in it. I was looking at them, but they don't stay on the lots long enough to test drive them. So,
You have to order it and just.
and just hope for the best. So I did not do that because
Or just meet
Did not want
somebody that has one. Become friends. Like, I only
You just need to
become
go to a
friends.
bigger.
that means I would have to make
dealership.
friends.
Oh, a bigger dealership around.
Just go to Japan and pick one up. That's good. Be easier than making a friend that has a piano.
That's a fact. It's definitely easier for me to go to Japan than make a friend. I mean, I could go to Japan today.
You could.
I won't make a friend today. Or I could just go to the bar.
But if you go to Japan, it'd be tomorrow.
We're all online. Everybody's phone number was online. Was that all right?
You know, they did not put confidential. I don't think they did. If they put it's not confidential, then I don't flip through it. I mean,
Sorry, I'll try to.
no, I was me.
Barbara, you going to the tour?
No, sir.
Top one.
It was an invitation to the commissioner.
Since we're there, does that mean it's like a free hour for the public?
I don't think they can charge.
All of you call-in users online, if you'd like a tour of the Grant County Museum, we're your ticket to a free trip.
But they have to stay with the group, right?
Yes, they can't look at their own things. They have to stay with us. Jerome?
Yeah, I don't know.
We might talk about something incredibly important.
And then we have to have a clerk there.
Oh. There you go.
Museum tour.
What two are you
Sounds like a
going?
clerk of the
What was
board.
that?
Which two are attending, so you have to have a quorum?
All you guys are
We
going.
have a quorum. I am surprised you wouldn't have to have a clerk if you did have a quorum.
I didn't see it as a meeting, it was there.
It's a tour. Just gonna walk
So
around.
we're not gonna. be
We're not gonna
recommending-
discuss anything. Not gonna answer any questions. Just head nods.
No talking.
Here is the old newspaper.
I thought
You guys heard-
It is
yeah.
cool.
Probably wouldn't hear us.
We completed our signing.
Yes.
Okay, the time is 2:22 and we are going to close our weekly commissioners meeting. We will be now headed over to the Grant County Museum for a tour.
Fresh tomatoes and cucumbers upstairs.
I cooked with those a couple weeks ago.
Which ones, the tomatoes or